So the first round of the boot today
Oh, here we
is
go.
a table. Let's see, Martini, that is the fourth in the top eight, versus Gasso, that is the fifth in the top eight bracket. The matchup is Jan Spy Combo versus Jan Wildfire. So Jan Mirror.
Ah, yes. It is
It's a
the
similar Jan Mirror.
good morning when in doubt, jump them out. Here we go. We know one thing. We're gonna see one card, and I think it's still from yesterday. Secret Tech. Not a lot of people notice, but it's a two colorless, one green, one red card from, I believe, Modern Horizons 3.
I don't know. I don't remember.
No, no. I hope
Never saw before
no.
today, so
No,
I
I
can
hope we're
remember that
gonna
name.
It's an interesting one because this is my very first encounter with John Spy, and I'm very happy to see what it does, and if it does what it's supposed to do, obviously. I mean, John Wildfire, we've seen that so many times yesterday, especially with in the hands of Pablo, who, for the people at home, sadly did not make day two, and is not here. Um, oh, there we go.
This is a pretty stock version of Jan Spy Combo that plays the wool version of the Mana Dorks. There is another version of Jan Spy Combo that I tried that is with elves
Oh yeah,
instead of wolves, but is like elves versus wolves is more explosive.
yeah.
Like the deck themselves are more is more explosive but more weak to cards like I'm just saying Fiery Temper, but it's Fiery Cannonade
Fairy
or Breath
Cannonade,
Weapon.
Breath Weapon.
I know that Fiery Temper is your favorite
There's
card.
there's sadly today there's no Fairy Temper. After last night and the dinner, there's no Fairy Temper in me as well.
No more.
No more. I am curious to see. We have a backup match for everybody as well in case this ends quick, but I don't think it's gonna because walls.
So basically,
But yeah, so that just get into that. Buy your tickets online. They are available, and join us in 2 weeks in beautiful Luca.
yep. This is the spring edition of the Paupergeddon, but remember that the Paupergeddon is a tournament that happens 3 times in a year. The next time that Paupergeddon will take place will be in July, the weekend of 10, 11, 12th of July. So save the date and remember that if you wanna participate to a Paupergeddon, there's a lot of occasion. And so stay tuned. This is the channel where Paupergeddon will be streamed every edition.
In the meantime, players are still sideboarding, I believe.
Yeah. I think
There
that
you
the
go.
plan here from John Wildfire is to uh, um, play the control role.
Yes.
He need to stay alive to cast their eggplants. So a removal spell will come in. All the graveyard hates cards will
Yeah.
come in. You need to um, to set up a graveyard hate plan to contrast the graveyard combo that Jan Spy combo will try to do, and trying also to avoid all the big creatures that he could cast
Yes.
with mana dogs.
I think that is the biggest problem for Wildfire right now is besides breaking the combo, it is somehow finding a way to get rid of all the big beaters in the early game.
Yeah.
Because if just like we saw, if the 5/4 enters early, especially with Simeon Spirit Guide being there as well, the amount of mana dorks that are there, and I think John Wildfire already has a problem in the early game, and also to break defenders and to get into. So if the 5/4 lands, it's gonna be a rough time for Ricardo, and I hope he has a lot of removal ready to take care of that.
Yeah, I think that one of the best cards he could play here in this matchup is the Kirkland Shaman that allows him to wipe the entire board with maybe a spell on stock or something like that. Because remember that when you cast the Balustrade Spy and it resolves its trigger, you need to put all your deck in the graveyard. So this is a really weak spot for the deck.
Yeah.
In when you put all the deck in your graveyard, you need at least 3 creatures to be on the board to activate the sacrifice effect of the flashback of the
Dread Returns.
Dreaded, thank you.
Yes.
Of Dreaded. So trying to be too much greedy for John Spy combo, trying to combo only with only with 3 creatures, allow removal deck like for example Jund
Yes.
to interact with the creatures. And here we go, a land grant. I think he'll
Look at that.
he'll leave the cards on the play mat
Wow, look at that.
for,
That is
for
a-
us, and that's an amazing card. I can see that he's Masked Vandal.
Oh,
That
that
is
is
pretty amazing against Bridges.
Yes, that goes well against Bridges. But once again, look at the hand of Stefano. That is a beautiful 7.
Yeah, John Wildfire is
Oh, there we go. We're
the deck
wildfiring.
that need to be the controller here, but John Spy combo
Oh,
definitely will not. There's an error here, guys. He took. Ah no, he took a forest and then.
yes,
Okay.
yes, incredible. It's also we've seen a lot of wildfire yesterday. We have not seen a lot of wildfire actually been cast on own lands, or in general be cast yesterday. So it's fun to see in this early quarterfinal match to see wildfire do its thing. Um, it's just another explorer, everybody. It's just another explorer. There's a wall. I am curious to see what's gonna happen here. In the meantime, for everybody who's listening and not looking, we are putting in the chat which 8 decks are in the top 8 right now. And
Oh, here we go. I posted all the decks in the top 8.
oh, what is
Wow.
happening over there?
What is this?
There's something she
Caffè.
cannot see. Did he just?
Oh gosh.
Did he
I
just?
think that I didn't hate Mirko Ciavatta more than this moment.
Oh
He
wow!
come to us, take a French fries, deep in the coffee, and eat it in front of us.
I do not know.
Ah gosh.
I do not know what I think is more repulsing.
I suggest all the chat to unfollow Mirko Ciavatta on his social networks.
Yes, I do not. I mean, you
Italian enemy, public enemy.
Oh, you taught me so much about Italian culture last night, and this is the I should have never made that joke about the bird.
I don't recognize. No, Leviathan. I swear it to you in
Yes.
front of us.
Yeah, we just saw it happen in real HD live.
I'm terrified about him.
I'm skipping lunch now. I'm not doing it anymore. We saw it happen, by the way. Obviously, the spaghetti has hit the table. It's there again. The spawns are already gone. There's a lamp. And this is John Wildfire doing John Wildfire things.
Yeah, this is the downside of land grant that allow you to keep with no lands and play the game. You can't have more than 4 or 5 lands, so you need to deal with cards like land grant. That
Yes.
is amazing, of course, but allow your opponent to see exactly what's your plan.
Yeah.
So it's a great downside against match up with counters or a lot of removal. So it's you're literally playing with the hand revealed.
Yeah.
Winning way revealed the card, so you need to put it in the hand revealed. So we clearly can see the plan of spy combo, and you need to push more than ever.
It is cool to see though that I mean for everybody at home, you can see every little thing that Stefano does. On the other hand, his opponent can also see obviously every little micro decision
Yeah,
Stefano makes, and that gives Junt Wildfire so much more information.
it's like playing chess, but you can see the pieces of your opponent. I think that an asymmetrical disadvantage is
Yeah.
incredibly huge in this kind of matchup.
And there you
But
go.
is a necessary evil.
It has to be
You
done.
have to play those cards. There are a lot of lists of elves in the previous years that choose to play 4 land grant up instead for islands. Sorry, for forests. But I always hate those plans because it reveals cards, for example, like Hydroblast or Private,
Yeah.
that I can play in the main or sideboard, and it's too weak spot, I think.
Yeah, especially in counter wars, you do not want to have your opponent show because
Or in protection
exactly.
spot. For example, if you try to resolve a breath weapon, and I have an Hydroblast in my hand, and you know it because I cast Land Grant the previous turn, you can play around them.
Yes, yes.
If you're not aware that I have a Hydroblast in my hand, you can cast Light Minded, this your wipe removal spell, and I can easily counter it.
Yes.
So is a huge downside. But as we said before, in Jump by combo is mandatory.
Yeah, you
evil
have to.
You need to deal with.
You have to, yeah. And yeah, like once again, on the lower side of your screen, you see what we've been seeing the entire weekend, and what we probably will see during Paupergeddon as well.
But I think that we brought a lot of John Wildfire in the booth.
Yeah, we
in this
did,
weekend,
yeah.
But it was the same guy
Pablo.
every time.
Pablo, if you're listening, we miss you, man. We miss you. You did so well.
It was our hero.
Yeah, he was more in the feature area than we were. That was one thing for sure.
Yeah, it was scary the first time you come here. The 7th time you come here. Oh, hi guys, hello you again. Nice to meet you.
How are you doing? How's your wife?
Yeah.
How do you know that I have one? And took him
Yeah.
out to dinner yesterday. No, we didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, how are you feeling about the fact that your favorite deck is in the top 8 as well? Elves.
Yeah, I'm curious to see that this, as I said before, MTG Melee is not helping us this morning.
What a beautiful
So
software that is.
decided to kick me out from the administration of the tournament, so I can't see the lists right now. But I think that we'll have it in at the end of this turn. Let me try again.
I am very curious to see. Once again, though, you said it yesterday, and when we look at the top 8, it is so true. Playing one color in this format is very preferable because look at the top 8. We have 1 Elves, we have 2 mono blue, 2 mono white, and especially the mono white still. Oh, look at that. There's the Shaman. Especially the mono white. I'm curious to see if the mono whites play Leonardo. They probably have to, but I think somebody in chat knows if that is the case, but like. We saw that card yesterday grow to a 17. But yeah, we are not seeing ultra monitors, which I still think is sad. Wildfire going for, Spy going for the Sagu Wildling. One of the coolest cards to come out of Tarkir last year. Such a versatile card. But on the other hand, we're still looking at a Chrysalis. Oh, that's a good thing to know. Thank you very much. The Elves list plays Korean Rangers, but it says Korean Elves.
Okay,
We're
have
in?
lists. We have
Perfect.
lists. Okay.
Thank you, Mali, for working.
So let's see. Martini. like the James Bond cocktails.
Ah, martini.
White martini,
Shaken, not stirred.
chicken so with 3 olives.
We have to take Stefano by the arms and go, Stefano!
So I'd like to see the Roletto
I'm very curious.
lists because I want to see what this deck is built. Okay, a pretty stock list, but I think that that's the way it should be played today
Yeah,
nowadays.
yeah.
Oh,
The-
there's a Spinewood Paladins in the sideboard.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, nice.
one of the
I like
only
this card.
one of the only cards from Thunder Junction that actually sees play.
Yeah,
That is really cool. How often do you plot it though?
yeah. The cards from OTJ that are played are the only one with plot.
Yeah, right.
Nothing,
Yeah.
nothing else.
The in Madness you played a discard version the with plot. I forget what it's called.
Got the prize.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
sorry,
no,
not the
no, no.
prize.
Got the dusk one.
Chat, help us.
It's one colorless, one red. It plots for one colorless, one red. You discard.
Mono red madness with
Yeah.
plot.
You discard a card. You draw 2.
Highway robbery.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. That's the only cards that I know of OTJ that are fairly playable. In other formats, especially standard that's been playing behind us, I don't think OTJ sees a lot of sight anymore.
Yeah. So then let's look at the sideboard that Stefano and Riccardo could have put in this matchup. So from the John Wildfire, as I say, there are a Nihil Spellbound for sure.
Yeah.
I think some copy of Duress can help here. And I think I also go for the Trolls is
Yes.
a card here. It take all the creatures of a Jump Spy combo. So I think that is a pretty fair card to side in. You really don't need breath weapon or something like that.
No.
Or I think it's pretty useless with all 3 or 4 walls. So
Yeah, and also
and first of all, you also have 3 Karkla Shaman in the main deck, so you can deal with those creatures using the Shaman. Also, John Wildfire plays 2 Toxin Analysis. That is a huge card here. Wipe all the board with no regrets and
no regrets
and no
at all.
permissions.
No, just going for it. And also, when we look at the sideboard, I don't think we're gonna see Weather the Storm in this case because
No,
it's
no,
not
no.
necessary at all.
Remember that John Spy combo deal at 35, 37 damage average. So you if you're able to go at the 45 lives or something like that, you're in a safe spot. But I think that it's pretty difficult to deal with to reach that point
Yes.
and do all your plan. I think here he's better to doing the Wildfire thing.
Yeah.
So put Chrysalis also on the board and the beat as soon as possible.
And that's
But
exactly what we see.
I can see a Jixen Infiltrator here.
Yeah.
The card that I was talking about
Yeah.
yesterday. I really love this version. Is more aggressive than the version of our giant friend.
Of our Pablo, yeah.
Of
Pablo Jenkins, ladies
Pablo
and gentlemen.
Jenkins.
And
I personally prefer this kind of version that is more versatile and can also cover the role of the aggro deck.
Yes.
As we can see, put a huge clock on the board and trying to control what happens to the opposite side of the table. And I think it's the strategy you need.
Yeah, this was exactly what Wildfire needed, and we see the game getting shuffled in because of the cast down, because of one creature coming in, getting removed immediately, and that's just it.
Keeping the board clear to the opposite part of the table is the best thing you can do against John the Spy combo. But talking about John Spy combo, let's see the lists. The list. He didn't play Masked Vandal in the main.
No,
board.
he sideboarded it in.
Yeah.
Okay.
All Spy combo play 2 to 4 copies of Masked Vandal, and also Mesmeric Fiend. Same thing. He decided to to have a B plan in the main board,
Yeah.
keeping all the interaction card, so Masked Vandal and Mesmeric Fiend in the full set in the graveyard. In the sideboard. There is also an Akon Harvest used to put on the battlefield 2 additional creatures when you're trying to go combo with all your deck in the graveyard.
Oh yes, so you can
So
sack them
if
to the red.
if you don't have enough creature, you can flashback this and add 2 creatures to sacrifice with Red Return.
That is insane.
If you have only 1 creature, you can use this to add 2 creatures and activate the flashback cost.
It's also, I probably think you'd board that in, especially with the amount of removal that Giant Wildfire has. You need a plan B before casting Dread Return. If you get there, though, because we see that it's very hard for Spy to get to that point.
Oh, he's playing 5 lands.
Oh,
So the turn 1, he casted Balustrade Spy with 4 lands in the on the battlefield.
yeah.
Or he had a land in hand, or he trying to go combo without 5 lands out of the deck.
That is spectacular. Only 5 lands.
Yeah. The side is built to play
Yeah.
with only 5 lands, also with card, for example, like Land Grant, as we said before. But this is a card that I personally like a lot, Jack-o'-lantern.
Oh, yes, I love this one so much. And this is one of those commons that is so powerful that it sees play in all of the formats right now.
Yeah, this is basically in the mirror match when they target the Lothar Giant with a flashback, you exile.
It's gone.
Exile it.
It's just gone. A better Soul Guide Lantern, basically. And there's Land Grant again, and there's the hand again.
That's my hand. That's my plan.
Yes.
Do what you want.
This is Grant. This is my hand. It goes according to plan.
And there's also a Flaring Pain that, okay, that's not the matchup where you want Flaring Pain, but all the white match with the Prismatic Strands card, you want to you want a way to prevent your opponent to prevent your damage.
Yes.
So
Yes. Although the older I get, the more I get the card Flaring Pain, but that's just by waking up and then feeling my bones.
Stefano chose also to play Fang Dragon for the sweep spell. It's called Forktail Sweep that deals 1 damage to each creature that you don't control. So it's an asymmetric spell you could play in this match. But first of all, you choose to use this because you're able to draw this with the Winding Way and Lind Stampede.
Yeah.
If you choose electrically, for example, you cannot pick it up when you cast your drawing spell.
Yeah. And I think one of the flexible things about this as well is it shovels itself back into the deck the moment you cast the spell side. So you can wipe the board and still have one of the counts inside your deck for when you combo off. Here we see something interesting. There goes Simian
And he
Spirit
also
Guide.
a B-plan card. If you are able to cast it, it's a 6/3 with flying.
Yeah,
so
that's
not a small creature.
No. That is once again one of the clocks. Like Galarian, there is a clock. Chrysalis is a clock. This is a clock, and even Delver flipped, like the flying bug.
Yeah, the flying bug.
The flying bug is just it. Pauper is very very perceptible to clocks, big creatures that dome people, and that's why I love this format. This is one of the last formats on Earth where you can just turn a 7/3 around and people be like, I do not know how to solve this. In the meantime, we see a bridge.
A lot of giant in the graveyard. That is the best part. You can you want your lot of giants.
Oh, and there go. He is proving a point.
Okay, they have way to remove that card. I can see clearly a Masked Vandal in the hand of Giant Spy combo. You need to remove the spell bomb before going combo.
Yeah.
And you're not able to destroy the lands, making mana denial.
No, you have to search the card. You have to take that spell bomb away.
Oh, he's throwing away a land.
Woo. That means there's only 1 left in the deck, because there's 1 in his hand, 2 on the table, and 1 in the graveyard. There goes number 3. Obviously, here comes Vandal.
Yeah, choosing to exile.
Interesting.
Choosing to exile the. Oh, he chose
Oh,
to
he
exile the
goes for
land.
the
Nice,
land.
nice. So probably he decided to going for the B plan,
Yeah,
ignoring the combo side.
that is
Yeah,
interesting.
Saruli could be a good choice here. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Oh, there's the Pixie Enjoyer in chat. Hello, Philip.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. Gotta love the Pixies. Gotta love the Pixies. Good band as well.
You have 4 mana here, able to cast a spy. But I don't think that's the way he chooses to
No.
follow. I think he tried to cast the wall and making some mana here.
Oh, going in.
Mono Azure Pixie. Oh, here
Another
we go.
one.
Let's see if it's
Oh,
coherent with its plan to remove the lands instead
yeah.
of the Nihil Spellbomb.
I am curious to see if he takes it.
Ah, here we
Another
go.
one. Stefano has 1 goal in hand, and that is to just.
It's 2 mana, and here we go for the Overgrown Battlement.
Incredible. Yeah, the red flying in doesn't really matter. Oh.
And here we go, the Jixen Infiltrator.
There's an
Yeah.
infiltrator. It is interesting to see how.
He's incredibly synergic with all the deck. You sacrifice a lot of things. You sacrifice Eldrazi's Bone, map tokens,
Yeah.
land. You sacrifice things with the dispute effect.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of things to sacrifice in the deck. So is it's able to become very huge very soon. Also, you have Kirkland Shaman. You can sacrifice all the creatures and all the triggers going into the stack. So it's a big deal.
And both players clearly chose violence for the final game, going for that speedy attack plan.
You're removing the red prevent and the Gen 5 panel to cast the bad spell of the Kirkland Shaman here.
Yeah. Also, removing those lands gives Stefano so much more tempo, and also it makes it so much. It makes Raven Crystal.
Ooh, Mesmeric Fiend, one of my favorite cards ever.
Also, the Sagu right now is also not bad because he can cast it, right?
1 mana, 2,
Oh.
no more.
We know that there's still 1 land somewhere in the deck.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Who decided it out?
Oh, that would have been amazing.
Imagine the mind trick. You play 5 land in the G1. Then you side 1 of it out. Then in the second game, your opponent will count 5 land. So you're not. I think that it's not so aggressive, and you with only 4 lands, you're trying to go combo. Okay, you have another land. Instead, you mill all the graveyard.
Oh. We now also see
A
the
Kirkland
hand.
Shaman here. Nice.
We also see the hand here, and look at that. Triumphant land.
So we clearly have a plan here.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta say that this is masterfully playing around that spellbomb by Stefano.
Accademia del Tilt. Welcome to the Pauper, guys. So a ton of mana here. Let's see what the plan of Stefano to deal with its giant colleague.
I am so curious to see what he does. And as you can see in that, there's just not enough right now. At least there's not an option to do a Chrysalis. We're basically looking at a mono black deck. Incredible. I'm going to check to my right. Do we know if the other table is still playing?
Yes.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Oh,
1-1 in the
other table.
The other table.
Like this. So I think that will be a pretty fast top 8.
Here we go.
Cycling the Sagu.
Now we're gonna find out. Oh yeah, there's the last land. It basically feels like he's trying to complete Exodia. 5 lands, ways to search it.
Sagu is also a huge card in this deck, and also in all decks like this. For example, like Elves, when you're able to have a creature in your late turn or a land in your early turn. For
Yeah.
example, like Lorien revealed the deal with with the blue decks.
Oh, there he goes, sacking a. Is that a Dragon Ball radar?
Yeah.
Perfect. That is also an IP that would ruin me, by the way.
Real Dragon Ball?
Yeah, that would ruin me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
More than World of Warcraft?
No.
Okay.
No, let's be fair about one thing for everybody in the chat as well. If a Secret Lair or like Universe Beyond, Magic the Gathering, World of Warcraft comes out, I will not be able to cast anything anymore because I am bankrupt. But I will be home enjoying my cards. I'm so curious to see because. Oh yeah.
Sacrificing map, trigger,
There it
double
is.
trigger. And he come the Hagglebands completely useless now with
Yeah.
only black mana.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
as
a
we see,
panorama.
Twisted Landscape also gives a +1/+1 counter to that creatures. In one turn, it passed from 2/1 to 5/4. It's really huge.
It makes you wonder why not every Wildfire list chooses that card to play, because look how big that gets so fast.
Yeah, I really love Jigsaw Infiltrator version of Giant Wildfire.
Very good. Oh,
Triple block. Okay. He wants to sacrifice the Tinder Wall. Yeah, dealing 2 damage.
well, there goes the land.
He didn't see the land clearly.
He didn't see it now. Oh.
Completely useless block.
Ay.
He also have the Nihil Spellbomb to crack, for example. I know that it's dangerous to remain without any. Okay.
There's another
okay.
one.
Sorry.
Yes, sorry, sorry. We didn't know. We were not aware of your game.
But
And
it's more. It grows really, really fast. I
it's.
really love the Jixian.
I mean, one block later, and we see a totally different game.
One green mana from the Chrysalis.
We're one green man away. There's 3 cards in hand. And once again, like next turn, Wildfire can just sack one of the bombs to draw 2 and make a map, increasing the infiltrator again to way bigger heights as well.
Now this is a bad spot. Stefano decided to go for Land Denial,
Yeah,
ignoring the Nihil Spellbomb. He could go combo right now,
yeah.
but he need to deal with 2 Nihil Spellbomb. That is huge.
Oh, he returns.
Is the other quarterfinal finished? This one. So, okay. So incredibly, Mono Blue Terror won the mirror.
Ah, there
No,
were a
but,
lot of snakes on the table.
Francesco Manzari, aka Mother Monkey, lost to
Oh,
David
no.
Check. So David Check was the first semi-finalist. I don't know if the other 2 tables are still playing.
Something remarkably happened during sideboarding.
Donny, thank you very much for the prime. Really appreciate it. The top 8 is 2 Mono Blue Terror, 2 Mono White Weenie, an Elves, John Wildfire,
John Spy.
John Spy, and Agrul Monsters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Incredible choice from Stefano that we both missed. In his sideboard, there's 1 extra land, and he boarded it in. So there's
Yeah.
1 land in a graveyard,
So
and we're looking
I
at.
think that probably he choose to going for the. He probably removed part of the combo,
Yeah.
choosing to deal with the B plan.
Oh, toxic analysis. You gotta give it to Ricardo that he has pretty tokens.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that the
I think
game
I think this is it.
is
Yeah,
pretty over.
this is it. This is very much it.
Yeah, for real. Four guys from Canavese are in top 8. I know Walter for sure. Which one are the other Canavese guys? Yeah,
And
here
there's
we
the
go.
handshake.
So John Wildfire is the second semi-finalist here. Yo, that's great. So I think that we'll. Gasso Roletto Mazzucca Gianinetti. Yo, nice. Very, very nice. So Canavese on the top of the world today. Thank
That is nice.
Canavese is one of the local league here in Piemonte. Yeah, great guys.
We're going over
Okay.
sideboarding.
He decided they're talking about the choose to not remove the Nihil Spellbomb, and I think that probably he should remove.
He should have removed the
Yeah.
spell bombs. Yeah, that would have given us.
He was too greedy to
Yeah.
trying to make land denial instead of dealing with the Nihil Spellbomb. Paradoxically, he probably had the best play exiling the graveyard hate. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
and
yeah, we are talking after the game, so it's easier for us. Yeah.
hindsight is always 2020.
John Wildfire, the player on
There.
the bottom part of the screen, Riccardo Gasso, one of the Canavese guys, won this quarterfinal. The other table here in the booth was won by David Check, that were in a mono blue terror mirror. So the terror cut themselves in the first match of the top 8. So we are done here for this round. So we'll wait the other 2 tables to be ready to play the first semi-final of Path to Paupergeddon 2026. I am Sapo, and with me the Magic Daniel Kane. See you in a few minutes for the semi-final. See ya!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Paupergeddon, the road to Paupergeddon, top 4 here. I'm Ashley Bits.
And I am Alessandro Moretti. Welcome to the second round of this top 8. So it is technically speaking a top 4, right?
I believe so. It is top 4. It says so somewhere, I think, like,
Yeah, on the bottom of the
right
screen.
there, right there. We got it. It's a big day today. The players are playing for a good amount of prizes. So everybody who's qualified so far has won a Paupergeddon entry, and now they're playing for an amount of prize sticks. Do we have that graphic available anywhere? There we go. So everybody so far is walking away with a minimum 2,500. Our top 4 players are already locked in at 5,000. Second place is gonna come in at 10,000, and finally our finalist is gonna get 20,000 tickets and a round 1 buy at Paupergeddon Spring Edition. Now I've taken the liberty to do the math on exactly what you could get with 20,000 prize tickets from the Fanfinity prize wall. Here's some honorable mentions. 250 Final Fantasy Play Boosters,
Wow.
400 Spider-Man Play Boosters, 40 Ultimate Guard Sidewinders, and best of all, 111 packs of Ultimate Guard Katana sleeves, totaling
Wow.
up to 11,000 sleeves. You will never need a sleeve again in your life if you win today.
How many decks are you able to sleeve with that ultimate card?
11,000. I mean, you could do like 10 cubes, basically every single Pauper deck for the rest of your life. I think you're able to inherit, your kids will be able to inherit the amount of sleeves you would win if you decide to buy 111 sleeves with your prize tickets. Although I don't think that's recommended. I would probably go, what would you go for if you had 20,000 prize tickets? The play boosters?
Yeah, maybe splitting the play boosters with the ultimate guard, so I can sleeve every Leonardo Big Brother I'm able to unpack from those play booster. That would be quite funny.
Actually, yeah, that would be a pretty good way to end off the day. So we've got a bunch of really good matches coming up. I believe our first round here is up against Mono White Aggro and Jund Wildfire, which is going to be a very interesting matchup here. Do you have any predictions before we go in?
But to be honest, I don't. Let me think. I mean, I've played the matchup on the side of White Weenie, and it seemed to me quite fair. I mean, you have cards like Death to Death that you want to bring in probably, and you have good cards in form of Battle Screech, and you know, game 1 you don't really have Breath Weapon to deal with flying creatures. So yeah, if you find couple Battle Screech and a Guardian's Pledge, that's a lot of damage. But on the other side, Virgin Chrysalis is a very good card. Well, to be honest, we talk about Virgin Chrysalis plenty enough yesterday. So
What's Raving Chrysalis?
the Aubergine creature.
Wait, what? What does it do?
It is a 2/3 creature that costs 4 mana, so
Right.
it's not really so menacing. But yeah, when you cast it, you generate 2 Eldrazi spawns, and of course it has reach, and whenever you sacrifice an Eldrazi, it gets +1/+1. So
Oh, no, that sounds really weak. There's no way that could ever be a good card.
yeah. Also, it is a Gruul card, and Gruul is not so great as a color combination. Or
Yeah, I've never heard of it. I've never heard of it being good ever.
yeah, never heard of Punza, a deck with mana ramp or land denial. So
Not a day in my life. Not a day in my life. So we've got Ricardo Gasso playing against Eduardo Mazuco. Did I say either of those names right?
yeah, more.
I'll
or
learn
less.
along the way. So let's pull up everybody's list here. I believe Mono White Aggro is it's going to be very interesting. We've seen Mono White Aggro on both sides of the coin this weekend. You know, we've seen it do really, really well. We've seen it get
Yeah.
absolutely blasted. Question is, you know, is this a matchup where Mono White Aggro will be able to take it home? Or are we about to see the Chrysalis advance into the finals?
From my point of view, game 1 is probably better favored mono white aggro. After all, Giant Wildfire doesn't really have so much interaction for the white swarm. While on the other side, post sideboard game are in favor of Jund. After all, you have Breath Weapon in your sideboard, so Breath Weapon is a very strong card in Pauper right now.
Absolutely, I do agree. What I'm wondering right now is, yep, this player is in fact playing 3 Leonardo Big Brother. 3 to me seems a little bit ambitious, to be honest with you. I feel like I would never want to run into the second one, right? That never seems like what you want to do. I feel like I've seen it on 2, I've seen it on 3. where would you land personally?
Well, to be honest, I was quite skeptical as well to this huge amount of copies of Leonardo. But if you don't consider Leonardo as a creature, but if you consider it more as a spell, like a Fire Blast or something similar, so a spell that costs, tempo loss, since you are bouncing back a creature, but by trading that tempo loss with some extra damage, you are a very strong aggro deck in that aspect. So Leonardo with cards like Battle Screech or the multiple copies of Squadron Oak or the Traveling Inspector is able to deal something like 8 or more damage with just one sneak activation. I mean, it's not really an activated ability, it's an alternative cost, but it's quite similar to ninjutsu.
I agree, and wow, this is a rough mole here. I mean, down to 5 with one singular planes. Doesn't draw a second one, however, can go right away, play one of two-bin inspectors, I like to call it.
Yeah,
When are we gonna get our 3-bin inspector?
I hope soon.
Got a Wildfire coming in here, probably looking for a forest, I would guess, but
Who knows?
we're about to see. Yep, it is a forest. You owe me $5. Now, what do we got coming up here? Of course, Eduardo really hoping to draw at least one more land here. I mean, currently you've got a clue that is sitting there just for flavor reasons, essentially.
Wait, they have the flying creature, the eagle, the card in the same cycle of Lauren Riddle. I don't really remember the name.
The white land cycler?
Yeah,
I
Eagles of the North.
Oh, that's gonna be incredibly clutch here. However, Eduardo did go ahead, draw that second planes. Nice.
Now you can go for the aggro. You can eventually, yeah.
Go playing in a Spider-Man here for
Spider-Man.
2.
That's basically Korski Fisher with upsides at this point of the game.
And now, the question is, what's coming up here? So, got 2 clues coming in,
Yeah,
which looks pretty great. Why are 2 clues coming in, as a matter of fact?
because, well, what
Oh,
we...
Spider-Man bounced the...
Yeah, as an alternative cost, it is more or less a Leonardo that you can't cast during the combat, but you cast in the main phase. Web slinging, maybe, is the name of the ability.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
So it's all upside.
Yeah, and the cool part about this White Weenie deck is how you generate extra card advantage thanks to Turban Inspector and Novice Inspector in combo with Korski Fisher, of course, but also Spider-Man and Leonardo. So kind of mono white mid-range deck, maybe. I mean, this deck is clearly an aggro swarm deck, but it can play effectively the mid-range game plane if necessary. It doesn't generate so much card advantage compared to any black or blue pile in Pauper, but still it have very relevant interactions.
Yeah, I see something in chat, and that's a good point. It's essentially a mono-white New York deck of sorts. I mean, this is this is the deck that was helped the most by Universes Beyond. I mean, mono-white Weenie was kind of already starting to reach meme status. So somebody playing mono-white Weenie, you were like, okay, have you checked the meta recently? Have you seen the news? And now we're looking at a deck that was essentially saved by the Turtles, by Spider-Man. I mean, these heroes came in to save Eduardo's strategy, essentially. And hopefully he's going to pay off here. Swinging in, going to 15 for Ricardo.
Up to now, we have seen a very good start from both players. I mean, White Weenie got a mill to 5. They still were able to eat the first 3 line drops, and they as well add 2 of the most powerful threats already on the battlefield. Because, you are playing a Weenie's deck, so your creatures aren't so much large. Averaging Chrysalis at this point of the game will be quite annoying. But if your opponent doesn't have any blocker or any card enchantment to destroy all your creatures, you are still in a very good position.
Totally. And now, okay, we are seeing that tap 4. I think that Chrysalis is going to come in now. There it is, bringing in 2 Eldrazi spawn tokens. Which I just said are going to come in quite clutch.
Okay, they're sacrificing one already, casting an Echo Wellspring.
Nice, draw a card. Did not see what got drawn. However, hopefully it's something nice.
Yeah,
Lay another bridge.
double cleansing Wildfire into Verting Crystal is a very, very strong start.
Oh, absolutely. And we're seeing from Eduardo a Rafine's Informant and two of a card that I cannot make out. However,
Okay, they have a Guardian's Pledge, a Raffine's Informant, and a Korsky Fisher. So now they can, yeah, they have a lot of different plays here. They can go for Korsky Fisher, bouncing back a land, casting the creature from the graveyard with the Disturb Coast, because the Lunarch Veteran has an ability called Disturb that lets you cast it from your graveyard if you pay 2 mana. By doing that, you are not exiling the creature, you are casting it, flip it on the other side. Ooh, Guardian's Pledge as a removal spell for the Virgin Chrysalis.
wow, nice. Okay, this really is going to help Ricardo here.
Indeed. So they get rid of one Eldrazi Spoon and one Virgin Chrysalis, losing one Raffine's Informant and one card from the end. It's probably early hurtful, but to be honest, you can't really wait for your opponent to swing back with their Virgin Chrysalis. There's no reason to attack with the Chrysalis. After all, they're lower on life point and they're playing the control role in this matchup, but you don't really have so much interaction, but due to the nature of your deck, because you have only 4 copies of Trap and Charm, and also due to your mulligan.
Yep, however, that rat's going to be coming in really handy now because Eduardo's down to 1 card. You do still have that, that option to start cracking clues. However, 3 lands, 2 creatures, 2 clues, and 1 card in hand. Not exactly where you want to be, especially when you're faced against a makeshift munitions here.
Yeah, indeed. Okay, now the Trabin Inspector from the top deck. And this point of the game, you can start swinging again with your ninja, with your Spider-Man, which technically is a sort of Korsky Fisher, and your Novice Inspector. Even if they block the Novice Inspector and trade those creatures, I have another Trabin Inspector in then, so you can generate value with the Korsky Fisher.
Absolutely. We are about to see potentially a swing coming in. Eduardo's considering his options here. I mean, Ricardo's plan to be the control in this matchup is really paying off here. Eduardo didn't go aggro fast enough, and now we're about to see the consequences of that potentially.
Ooh, they're blocking. Alright, so I think we are seeing a makeshift nations killing the Spider-Man, maybe? You can sacrifice the map token or the Nihil Spellbomb.
Calling out the Dragon Ball map from chat, and yeah, that is a very, very beautiful token. I love all the different tokens that everybody's been showing off today.
So combat, yeah, they kill the ninja.
Yep.
Yeah, from my
Look.
point of view, is a ninja.
Look, from the perspective of the Spider-Verse, I'm sure there's one Spider-Man who was a ninja at some point. So I think it counts. I think it works.
Alright.
We're about to see it too. Ooh, another Cleansing Wildfire coming in. Lots of lands, however, it looks to me like 2 or 3 cards in hand. So, does Ricardo have the gas to back up all of this mana that's coming in right now?
Well, anyway, they can still deal well with the opponent bird by sacrificing their land with the makeshift munition. So all that card vintage, all that mana ramp can be really great to not lose the mana advantage, even if you sacrifice your lands with makeshift munition. So you can sacrifice the Nihil Spellbomb if you don't care much about your opponent's graveyard, and then after that you can sacrifice a couple lands to kill the Korsky Fisher first, and then maybe even the Novice Inspector.
Yep, and ooh, here comes that Kirk Clan Shaman with a cast down. Wow. Okay, stuff's really coming in right now.
Yeah, indeed. Okay, now they have another land on top deck, I think.
Believe so.
Or yeah, sacrificing a token.
You gotta draw something. Oh, here comes the plains. You can play that plains, maybe crack another clue.
Yeah.
First, go ahead, swing in with that inspector. I mean, yeah, you're not gonna chump that with a shaman, that's for sure. And there it is, Fanatical Offering, drawing 2 more cards, making another Dragon Ball map token.
Oh, I have a Nyxborn Hydra on the top deck.
That's gonna be very nice.
Yeah, you can. You know, there is an ability printed on Nyxborn Hydra beside Reach and Trample. You can cast the Nyxborn Hydra with an alternative cost. Yeah, you have a creature that maybe you want to enchant with your Nyxborn Hydra on the battlefield, which is the Karkan Shaman, because Karkan Shaman deals damage to every creature on the battlefield. But if your Karkan Shaman is bigger than the damage you deal with the Shaman itself, the creature will remain on the
Ooh,
battlefield. So maybe
what a play
yeah.
there. Gained 6 and then got the Chrysalis back. It's exactly like chat called it out. Looks like Ricardo located the Dragon Balls, decided, hey, Chrysalis is coming back to me right now. I'm going to gain 6 life, replay the Chrysalis, and now, you know, from Eduardo's side, all your advantage is completely gone here. I'm not sure if he's cooked yet, but he's definitely roasting.
Yeah. Oh, there's a Battle Screech. Alright. Time to find a Guardian's Pledge after the Battle Screech. Anyway, at this point of the game, White Weenie is not doing really well. I mean, we are already in late game, and White Weenie wasn't able to deal enough damage to put down Giant Wildfire, and Giant Wildfire draw the Boose Muraza, so they're back to 20 life.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, Spear is not going to save you. It looks like the game's gonna... It looks like this game's fate's already, to some extent, being decided. However, you know, I do see a Trap and Charm in that hand. That could always come in incredibly clutch here. I mean, you could get rid of that Chrysalis.
Well, to be honest, White Weenie, even though the deck is an aggro deck, you can still think of it as a good deck when the game goes longer. So you can, thanks to your card advantage, you can try to interact well with your opponent even in the late game. So you can just wait until the opponent is proposing the little damage on the battlefield, but until now they have an alternatives way to not die. They have ways to rebuild their birth state. They have cards like Battle Screech, just to say. So I think the game is still open from both side of the table.
Looks like it, especially after the exchange over there. We saw Trap and Charm taking out the makeshift munitions, along with a cast down taking out the... That would be a Core Skyfisher, correct?
Yeah.
And now we've got a Hydra coming in. Is that going to bestow? Yes, it will.
Right, and they're bestowing the Virgin Chrysalis. I guess, yeah. Now, Jand is the aggro deck.
Wow, look at that. I mean, how big is that Chrysalis right now?
Oh, I think 11 in power.
Look at that. Already goes down to a 61 counters. It's not bad. That is a good shout. I'm not exactly sure what the 1 there is supposed to represent.
So now we're thinking, oh, wait, but... Wait, Win is a prismatic strands deck, right?
Yep.
But Virgin Chrysalis does not have any color because it has Devoid. So you can't counter it with Hydroblast, but you can't even prevent the damage from Virgin Chrysalis with prismatic strands.
See, it's really funny. When Zendikar came out, a big takeaway from the designers in a design article that came out a few years back was that they felt like the Void was a design mistake because it essentially read like flavor text.
Yeah.
And when they decided to bring it back, putting it into a format like Pauper, the Void perhaps is one of the most relevant cases of the Void ever is Pauper, a format where your color identity really matters. Your circle of protections, your Hydroblast, your Pyroblast, you have your prismatic strands. The Void here is such a real keyword.
Yeah.
And wow, we're seeing some aggressive sideboarding coming in from Eduardo here. Look at that, just slamming them all down.
Yeah. All right, so maybe you can check the sideboard of
Let's check this out.
players.
So,
right.
Eduardo's coming in with 2 Dusted Dusts, 3 Revoke Existence, 3 Journey to Nowhere, 4 Martyr of Sands, 1 more Prismatic Strands just in case, 2 Dusted Dusts, and a Holy Light. I feel like a lot of these cards could actually be used here to fight. Giant Wildfire?
No, Holy Light doesn't really do much. Okay, you can kill it, they are Fruition Familiar, but it is the only creature that really could be killed by that Master Armor spell. So we are expecting some artifact 8s in form of Revoke Existence and Dust to Dust. Maybe Prismatic Strands, the 4th copy, as a way to deal with Bright Weapon. Even though the most difficult thing for White Weenie is understanding what cards you don't need in your post-sideboard games. So, yeah, when it comes to me, I prefer having a clear way to understand on how to sideboard. So I like having cards that I know 100% that I don't want to keep them in post sideboard game. But when it comes to decks like Wet Winnie, from my point of view, it is much more difficult because you have a lot of cards that more or less do the same thing, but are not so great or not so bad against basically every deck. So in this case, maybe you are kind of forced to bird out some cards that are weak to Bird Weapon, or maybe or to Crackling Shaman. You can expect your opponent to keep a Crackling Shaman, even though Crackling Shaman maybe is not so good against White Weenie, but still, White Weenie have a lot of non-flying creatures. So it's not so unreasonable to keep the creature mass removal in the deck. Maybe they don't want to keep Guardian's Pledge, but as well, Guardian's Pledge is very good if you can capitalize with your Battle Screech and Squadron Oaks. This list doesn't play Squadron Oak, I think. Yeah, there's no Squadron Oak.
Doesn't look like it. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's probably a good choice. I mean,
Yeah.
I like Squadron Oak when you play it alongside Brainstorm, but in this deck, you don't really generate so much card advantage with Squadron Oak, besides maybe Raffine's Informant. You don't have him play Fatalist Looting like in Boros Bully, so Squadron Oak is most time just a way to fetch away your other copies of Squadron Oak from your deck.
Yep, that's fair.
Yeah. Well, on the other side, the Gen Wildfire decks, that's for sure bringing in Dress, Bright Weapon, and maybe another copy of the Nihil Spellbomb. They have a Troublemaker Ufe, but Ufe is not really great unless you're expecting Jordan Over or Choco Mog. But in this White Weenie, there is no Summon Choco Mog, which was another Universe Beyond card. Can you imagine? White Weenie, Typal Universe Beyond deck, have the chance to play Final Fantasy card, Spider-Man card, and then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cards. That's some really crazy stuff going on, like standard deck, but in Pauper.
Basically, you know, I've always wondered, how do you guys say Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in Italian?
Tartaruga Ninja. I mean, yeah, they.
Do you just drop the teenage and
Yeah.
the mutant from the name? Is it just Ninja Turtles?
Yep.
Interesting. So I guess like what our Italians just used to teenagers and mutants. Like that's not important enough to put in the title.
Yeah, that's weird. A lot of localized versions of a lot of brands in Italia have very, very weird names.
I totally get it. Although I do love it, especially when you told me about slivers yesterday, that all slivers have a different name. I do love seeing different printings of cards in separate languages. It's always incredibly funny. I will never get over the German printing of Worm Spiral Engine. Do you know what it is?
No, I don't know.
It's a Wurmspiral machine.
I love it.
Absolutely incredible. I gotta get some more foreign printings of cards.
So from the side of John Wildfire, probably is much easier sideboarding. I mean, they have cards like Jixen Infiltrator, Nixmon Hydra, maybe Text in Analysis. After all, your opponent is not playing any chunky creature. There's no Avenging Hunter or Written Chrysalis to kill. So they have a bunch of cards that are probably less relevant compared to your sideboard options. After all, we talked about Dress, and Dress is a great way to interact with Dest to Dest.
Well, absolutely. Looks like everybody in chat is excited about one of their players coming in here from the Lega Pauper and Cavanese.
Lega Pauper Kevin. Yeah, it's one of the numerous leagues in Italy.
Yeah, all over the place. We've got our own league in Amsterdam, actually, that's tied into it. And I gotta say, I love all the Pauper leagues. I love how tight-knit everybody is.
So in the chat, they're talking about Mardivity which is very similar to Traben Inspector. Hey, maybe is that the famous Traben Inspector? You don't generate a clue token, but you scry 2, and you can use it as a way to filter mana, because up to 1 time per turn you can pay 1 mana to generate 1 black, red, or white mana. And yeah, if you're willing to play cards like Early Defeasance or maybe some spicy sideboard touch, you can effectively play the Marked DVT to splash another color in white Weenie.
That's wonderful.
Thank you, Fatgam.
People call you Presidente. I see. Why is that? Where'd you get that? Where'd you get that title?
Yeah, because I'm president of the Pauper Wave organization.
Oh, okay, fair enough. All right, Mr. Presidente. My bad. I didn't respect your title. I didn't know about your title so far, but I will never call you anything else in my life now.
Okay, thank you.
2 coming in for a starter Rafine's Informant here, which draws another plains. A little bit too much
Oh.
land here. However, gotta discard something.
I guess 1 capital battle screech.
Yep, look at Ricardo already getting the counter ready, saying, yeah, you're discarding a non-creature,
Yeah.
aren't you?
I love the interaction between Raffine's Informant and Battle Screech. After all, Battle Screech is a very pushed common. I mean, it was originally an uncommon, but got downgraded in Vintage Master and I think in Commander Legends. And being able to discard it to have a free flashback from the graveyard is really great.
Yeah, oh, and again, the Night Spellbound coming in nicely here. We've got 3 artifacts ready on the board for Ricardo.
Ha.
A
But
rat would be
no-
so clutch right now.
Yeah, no dust to dust here. Sad enough.
Yup. Well, we've got Rafine's Informant swinging in for 3 right away, getting some of that early damage in, and you gotta be aggro here. I mean, last time not being aggro enough, didn't pay off well for Eduardo, so now I think he's probably thinking, okay, we gotta charge, we gotta get those Rafine's Informants in as fast as possible, because soon enough it's gonna start getting into Rifing Chrysalis territory for Ricardo, and I don't think you want to see that happen.
Yeah.
Oh, Trade Inspector as well. Look at that. That is a nice start for Mono White Weenie here. All the Weenies are out.
Yeah. So there is an interesting sorry, a really interesting choice in discarding the Koski Fisher with your finishing format, just because you have another copy of Battle Screech in your hand, so you are forcing your opponent to crack his spell bomb, because you don't really have any time to flashback the Battle Screech due to your teacher's ETB ability, because the opponent can crack the Nihil Spellbomb in response to the ETB, and by doing that they are preventing the flashback. But now there is a Dress discarding the Traben Charm. Okay, that's a very interesting choice. I mean, maybe they have a written Chrysalis in hand that they want to block with the Chrysalis.
Looks like it. I mean, wow, big swing coming in here right now. Look at this. That's going to be, what, 7 damage coming in? Going down to... Oh, no, just 6.
Yeah,
Eduardo's not getting greedy here.
they draw. Yeah, they have the Battle Screech.
Yep, the card in the middle... I believe that'll be Rafine's Informant.
Yeah, tapping the top of the deck, hoping to draw the Bright Weapon. Maybe?
Oh, wow, look at how many birds just came in right now.
Yeah.
There's going to be a 1 Leonardo here, and it's actually just straight up over.
Lot of flying foil boats.
So many. That is a great amount of aura.
Okay, now they're counting their mana. Maybe Chrysalis time.
Perhaps.
Yeah, because if you have a Bright Weapon, you don't really want to think about the match now. So, in my opinion, they clearly don't have the Master Removal. Ooh,
Most definitely.
Oh, wait, they're passing their
Is
turn?
that a pass?
Ooh, why? Cast down.
Yeah, you got to get that cast down in there, otherwise it would have just been over on the spot.
Yeah. Yeah, cast down is a great card against Raffine's Informant.
Oh, absolutely. Now, drawing another card. Cannot see it yet, however. Got 4 planes coming in. And there's that swing. Okay.
8 damage.
Oh, going down to 3. Wow.
Alright, that's a good turn. Time to find the mass roll.
You gotta find absolutely anything here, otherwise we will be going into game 3.
Yeah. Giant player thinking about something. Do you think they have a Weather Storm in hand? I mean,
Perhaps. I did not see them board the Weather the Storm in.
yeah, usually you don't. I think you don't want to bring in Weather Storm
No.
against White Meeting, but it's still a good way to buy time. So maybe.
Speaking of buying time, going to go ahead
Uh-huh.
and sacrifice a artifact line here to draw
Yeah.
2 cards and get a map.
They need an answer.
And where is it? I don't think they've got it.
Beside
Wait, yeah.
Pulse from maybe a Pulse from Raz alongside.
Could be no, gonna dig more, hoping to find anything. But at this point, what are you finding? It's gotta be, yeah. There you go. No,
Yeah.
no answers here. We're going into game 3 right now with John Wildfire up against Mono White Aggro. That was a very interesting game. I think that was a much better showcase of Mono White Aggro. Interestingly enough, on the play, which I think you kind of have to be for this matchup.
Yeah, it was. I think we could expect that. Yeah, that game. I mean, we were able to see White Weenie at its worst on game 1, and now at the game 2 they were able to land the Battle Screech, and Battle Screech did the thing. It allowed White Weenie to deal enough damage to kill the opponent in 2 turns, I think. Yeah, because they before the Battle Screech, they had a Coupole, Raffinis Informant, and Raffinis Informant, as you were able to see, is a very strong card. Not Holding Pioneer, where you are able to reanimate vehicles in Greek, what is it? Abzan Fang, right?
Yep, but still pretty strong. Although I do have to wonder, the other matchup we've got here, Stellarian Terror versus Elves. I am wondering if you were Ricardo, what would you hope to face in the finals? Stellarian Terror or Elves?
Oh, well, that's a nice question. To be honest, both decks are really favorable for Jund, but Elves have a different kind of play around compared to Terror. Because yeah, you can play Masked Vandal to exile your opponent's lands. You can play the initiative to push the damage as fast as possible. While on the other side, Tyrant Terror can play a more control-ish game plan thanks to cards like Annual, Spell Pierce, Blue Elemental Blast, and I think most times, especially in post-sideboard games for Mono Blue Terror, you want to play a sort of control deck in the early game. You want to prevent Giant Wildfire from developing their game plan. So you counter their first play, you counter their second play, you counter another play. You stop your opponent from developing their mana. You stop your opponent from having too many cards in hand, and then after that, you play 1, 2, or more creatures, and you kill your opponents in maybe just 2 turns. So it's quite simple if you put it that way, but it is not so simple to have the right cards at the right moment.
Yep, you've got
Yeah.
Jund on the play here. And it looks like both players are mulliganing. That's always nice to see.
Yeah.
I think they're always pretty happy to both mulligan down.
If they bottom all down and have bad starting end, that could be quite amusing for the chat to see the game, because it would be a quite solid game. But I don't know if the players want that kind of play experience. Yeah, we don't have any affinity with Ucho Monitor in this top 8. I think the main reason is that just one player was playing this new card the whole tournament. Yeah, the reason for that is the low disponibility of the card both in paper and on Magical Line.
Yeah, can't get much of it yet. However, hopefully eventually when bring more of this product that does slow down. Interestingly enough, from this comes from a lessons learned in 2024 article from Mark Rosewater, where they said that they do actually reserve the rights to print cards with the original title and artwork in reference to Lord of the Rings and the One Ring. Perhaps that does apply here, and we might be able to see an Ultra Monitor coming in
Yeah, I
at
hope
another
so.
point in the standard set. You do have to wonder though, where to even reprint a lot of cards like this.
Yeah, but if they reprint Ultra Monitor in a universe within a version, will be they reprint a whole new card, or just the same card with a different name?
You know, that is a good question, and you do have to also wonder at the same time, would a functional reprint be a problem? Do you think that if they do just give it a functional reprint, call it something else, call it, I don't know, like Brain Monitor, and you now have 8 Ultrams to play with, would that actually be a problem for Esper Affinity? Would you even want to be playing 8 of them?
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know the other players, but I will eventually play both copies of those cards. I mean, if the first copies are good enough that you want to see them in any games in as many copies as possible, you probably want to play more than just 4 copies. Just to say, Mirror Forcer, we have 8 copies of Mirror Forcer as a common. I mean, we have Mirror Forcer, the OG, and Sojourner's Companion, the now banned alternative version of Mirror Forcer. You know, if Mirror Forcer is technically speaking not playable in 8 copies, it's just because one of those 2 cards is banned in Pauper.
Yeah, fair enough. I guess Ultron might actually be a problem if you get a functional reprint then. So we're going to see what a duress taking away. And we're down to 5 here with Leonardo and Rafine's Informant. Rough start for Eduardo here. A lot of open information. You know, I feel like Leonardo gets so much worse after a duress because the entire point is to sneak it in. You know, you can't really be quite sneaky when you're playing so open face like that. We're now seeing a Rafine's Informant coming in with a draw discard. Interesting to see. I mean, I feel like there's too many lands here. I know it's usually not great to discard a land. However, when you're already looking at 4, who knows, maybe discarding a land might actually end up being the best play.
Yeah.
No, you're going to discard that Leonardo. Of course, fair enough. Hidden information gone. That card's not going to be that useful anymore.
So seems like the card quality provided by playing again or Rafine's Informant is less relevant than the aggro that you have with the free empower creature.
Looks like it. And now we're seeing a Necro Wellspring coming in, 3rd land.
Oh wow! So that's the reason why they kept all those lands, because they have a battle screech in it. So another Rafine's Informant. I wonder if they were willing to discard the battle screech here, or if they prefer to discard a Traben Inspector or any other, maybe the Traben Charm.
Well, it's a good question. I think you're probably better off just discarding the Traben here, personally.
Anyway, they have another copy of Battle Screech in their graveyard, right? So technically speaking, they can just don't care about playing the second copy of Battle Screech, but just flashbacking the first one.
That's very fair. Either way, we're looking at a huge amount of birds coming in.
Right. So
we're going to get a clue. We're going to get 2 birds right away. Tapping to get the birds, not going in for that early damage. Leaving yourself quite open to a breath weapon.
Yeah. Seems like they can't really play around breath weapon here, so they choose to not play around them.
Yeah, fair enough. You just gotta fully own it. It's like if you have it, you have it. We go home.
Yeah, the cool part about aggro decks is understanding when you can play around your worst scenario, and when you can.
There it is.
Oh.
There it is. There is that.
Really punished by that bird weapon, but still have another copy of Battle Screech, so I suppose you can still play it. But
yeah, do a Journey to Nowhere.
Wow. They don't have the 4th land drop. Ouch, that's early painful.
Yeah, that's rough. We're looking at a very, very rough game here. I mean, you do have to draw that. Until you draw that Plains, there's not a lot you can really do. We're seeing a Cleansing Wildfire coming in here, just ramping Ricardo. Moreover, Ricardo also, lucky for Eduardo, is not putting up a lot of pressure at the moment. Just building up, getting lands. Ricardo down to 1 card in hand as well, so better be a good one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so and we are as well seeing a Karkan Shaman in play, so
I'm
they-
seeing a makeshift munitions and a Nile spell bomb from Ricardo's side.
okay, so now Wildfire is cleared in a very good position. Ooh. Spider-Man without any value on it.
Oh, you just cast it like that? Guess you gotta.
Okay, that's a very big grizzly bear.
Interesting play here. I'm trying to scope out Ricardo's hand here, but I'm very confident that I just saw a makeshift munitions. However, yeah, there it is. There it is. My eyes still work. That's why it's exciting. And I mean, wow, now you got the shaman, you got the makeshift munitions.
Yeah.
Ricardo's setting up a very, very nice board here up against Eduardo, who's just hoping to draw planes. And there it is.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So now you can start activating those battle screeches and just going nuts, getting all those birds in. Of course, however, when you're up against a Crackrock Shaman, card's pretty interesting in this situation.
So they choose to destroy first the makeshift ammunition because they want to keep alive their birds tokens.
Very reasonable.
And we are seeing some game action. Maybe ping 3 times the Spider-Man.
Perhaps looks like just one thing, for now at least.
After all, both Ico Wellspring and his spell bombs replace themselves, so it's not really it's not really so bad to sacrifice them with munition to kill one creature.
Oh, absolutely.
But still, you can even sacrifice a land or the Karkland Shaman. So I think
Although that nail spell bomb, of course, Ricardo doesn't have access to this information, but hindsight's gonna be 2020 here. Keeping that spell bomb for just a little bit to be able to say no to all your battle screeches.
Yeah.
Would have been nice. And now what do we got? Okay, going to go ahead and wow, cycle one of the triumphs. No, you rarely see a triumph actually get cycled
yeah.
in Pauper. I mean,
It is a fair play in the late game.
yeah, fair enough. I mean,
Ooh.
those are there for flavor text, so it's nice to see
I
them.
think they have a Pulse of Miraza maybe in hand. I mean, they passed the turn with a Refurbished Familiar in hand. So maybe no, they're okay. What is going on here?
I'm actually not sure.
Okay, so at this point of the game, if we don't know what John Wildfire have in hand, maybe the game is not so bad for White Weenie.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
We are seeing a comeback from the mono white aggro deck, maybe. Oh wait, there's another battle scratch.
Could very well be. Oh, there it is. There it is. 2 more birds. And now, I mean, you still
Lot
have
of
access
birds.
to. See 1 more screech in the graveyard, correct? Yep.
Yeah,
Wow.
3 copies of Battle Screech in exile.
Yeah, just bring all those
Oh.
pigeons in. Look at that.
Can you imagine now their barrage weapon?
That must be the most satisfying breath weapon of all time to pull off right now.
Oh
That
no.
Karkland Shaman, I don't think I've ever seen a more useless card on the battlefield, maybe ever. I mean, he's just standing there, absolutely horrified, can't block, can't really activate the ability, just sat there with a big pile of flavor text at the moment.
Yeah, I suppose you can activate the ability if you want to, sacrifice freelance, but doesn't seem as a good play.
Yeah, gotta come in. Oh,
Oh wait, what?
wow.
How many copies of Battle Screech are in
Wow.
exile right now?
I mean, that is just unreasonable. Ooh. No
All
breath weapon
right,
here, no breath weapon.
White Weenie.
Eight
Time
flank
to
damage, come on.
draw a Guardian's Pledge.
There you go, there you go, there you go. Big swing. Yeah, you got to swing with all of them because I mean,
8 damage.
you're always looking at the risk of, oh, I'm about to get breath weapon. I better play smart here. I better just swing as much as I can, gain that early advantage. I mean, looks
Well,
like
If you have a Prismatic Strength end, you're not. Yeah, you can wait.
yeah, this is one of the most hilarious comebacks I've ever seen. I mean, the probability of drawing all of those speeches back to back to back to back. The birds came out to help here. And
Cleansing Wildfire.
yeah, it's not a breath weapon.
Did you see a pirate weapon in their hand?
No, I said that's definitely not a breath weapon.
Ah, okay. Yeah,
How many breath weapons can there even be? Actually, as a matter of
I
fact,
think just 2 copies. Yeah.
looks like it. Looks like it. You gotta. There's a breath weapon here. That was fate deciding that. However, you're staring down a barrage of local New York fauna. It's kind of funny that in the New York tribal deck, it was the pigeons ultimately that
Yeah.
that came through.
And that you're waiting for the singleton copy for the last copy of Bright Whip on the
How
John
foiled do you
Wildfire
know?
deck.
You gotta expect Eduardo. He came out so ready to play here with so many identical foil Japanese bird tokens.
Yeah. But they have not found the Bright Weapon, just another Gruul Bridge. They have a lot of mana, but nothing relevant or pertinent. They don't have an. They don't have
Ooh,
have
there it is. There it is.
any.
Another glue draw
Ooh,
card here.
Okay.
Just swing with everything. I mean,
8 damage.
you do go down to 4, and now I mean, even if you do find that breath weapon, stabilizing from 4 is not an easy feat. Cut down, yeah, that'll do it. That'll help.
Cast down on Novice Inspector. So
Might as
much.
well if you've got it. Untapping with everybody. Dakar Clan Shaman still there. Ooh, I believe I saw Duress. Yeah, no, that's it. That's not
Ooh.
gonna do it. That's not gonna do it. They got it.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I mean, hey, there you go. We've got Mono White Aggro moving into the finals here, locked in at 10,000 tickets. Which again, to reiterate for everybody in chat, our Mono White player here is going to walk away with a minimum of 125 Final Fantasy boosters, 200 Spider-Man boosters, 20 Ultimate Guard Sidewinders, or 56 packs of Katana sleeves. His choice. However, now they're playing for the big one, the 20K. And do we have a backup match available?
Oh,
Let's go. We're going to be looking at that match that everybody's been asking about. We're going to be looking at Terror versus Elves, which, wow.
Oh,
I don't think I've ever seen a funnier point to jump into a game ever. What is
100
happening
life.
here?
Oh, that's
there you go.
that
We're
was a really
actually,
fast backup matchup.
We're going into game 3, and I think basically we just saw the most hilarious introduction to what's about to happen here. I mean, we saw Elves on 100 life up against those
Oh,
3 flipped
yeah.
Delvers. Whatever happened there, that must have been a
Yeah,
funny time.
yeah.
And we're looking at a 1-1 here. Gotta wonder from Mono White Aggro's side.
Uh-huh.
What do you want to face here? What are you hoping pulls through and goes to the finals?
I think Mono White preferred the Mono Military deck. After all, as we were able to see, Elves have Well-Wisher in the deck alongside a very large variety of threats. So they have better card advantage compared to Mono White. They have better threats, in form of aggressive creatures like Timberwatch, Elf, Genos, and Stagger Wildling, and of course a very powerful control-ish card in form of Well-Wisher. So Terror could be considered an easy matchup for White Weenie. Elves is very annoying. Yeah, he have prismatic strength.
Elves out aggro's it. I think is the problem with Mono White aggro. I mean, Elves. I don't know how you fight it. Yeah, I do agree. Mono Blue Terror might in fact be the better deck to face here, but we're gonna see what happens.
Yeah, there is still a game free to be played. Yeah, we can say Mono Green Elves is favored into Mono Blue Terror, but this specific Terror deck list plays Gutshot in their sideboard.
Oh, really?
They have Gutshot. Maybe they could have Force Spike in the main deck. Yeah, I can see 3 copies of Force Spike.
We are looking at Force Spike, however, I do not see a gut shot.
No Gutshot.
Otherwise, no. Looks like a very
Enable to Scream.
Oh, that's an interesting card. I've seen a few of these recently, and it's an interesting card. To be fair, I mean, it's sort of blue removal, correct?
Yeah, it is a removal spell. It is a good removal spell, but maybe not great against elves because they have Masked Band. Anyway, it is a very strong option to kill basically every big threat. The cool part about what is the name of the removal spell? Unable to Scream, right?
Unable to Scream, yes.
The cool part about Unable to Scream is the card being good both in early game and late game, because Gather Shot is especially good in early game because you can kill a Mana Dock, but you can kill as well a Well Wisher, but you can't really do anything against an Avenging Hunter unless you sacrifice a creature to block the Avenging Hunter. I mean, they can attack with the Avenging Hunter. Maybe the Avenging Hunter have 6 in toughness, so you're kind of forced to sacrifice a Lion Tail and cast a Gat Shot just to kill a creature, while Unable to Scream just says, hey, yeah, I'm turning off your most powerful card.
Yeah, Unable to Scream. Also a very fun reference to I have no mouth and I must scream, which is how I feel playing fairies against elves, to be honest.
Yeah, against elves, if you're playing Mono Char, try to have a very aggressive approach, because you can't really let the game goes longer.
No.
Elves
And
in this matchup is the control deck. So the answers that Mono Terror can play are very, very situational cards like Get Shot and Force Spike. But when you have them in early game, they're very, very strong, and they can allow you to easily win the game. But when you don't draw them, you're basically playing the game one game. Even thought that Mono Char is a very strong deck, so if you are able to land in early game a couple Devil of Secrets or Clarion Terror, and you can counter maybe Avenging Hunter, Timberwatch Elves, or whatever it is, you can still steal the game. It does not happen so often, but you're able to win both sideboard game and the pre-sideboard game against elves. Anyway, the matchup, I think if I were to play this very specific matchup, I'd prefer to play by the elves side.
yeah, these players are they're doing a heavy shuffle. They're talking a little bit. It's fun. I mean, hey, you're playing top 4 with absolutely no timer. You're the last match that we'll be seeing right before the finals. It's like, yeah, you know what? Take some time, talk. This is probably one of you is going away here, and you're playing for big prizes. I like the camaraderie here from these two players, just kind of having a chat, shuffling. Ooh, of course, you gotta give it a good cut. Don't want any vampiric tutors showing up. And what do we got here? We got 7 cards. And the 7th. There you go.
So now he's starting first Mono Blue Tail, so very good thing for the tempo deck player. I mean, they play counterspell, so 2-2 counterspell. They play use it to be a good thing in Magic. Is that a mulligan for Elves?
I believe so. I believe it is.
Yeah.
And a mulligan for Terra as well, by the looks of it.
Uh-huh.
So I think they're both going down to... Ooh, yes, yeah. Ooh, thank you so much to David here who decided, you know what, yeah, you can see exactly how many I've got coming in. Those are 6 cards coming in for Elves. And now, what's next?
A little bit of chit chat from the players.
Yeah, like it. I love the hand signing as well, just in case.
Yeah. But have you noticed how much dedication there is about this player? I mean, the mono green players is playing with green sleeves, while the mono blue player is playing with blue sleeves.
Do you ever do that? Do you ever match your sleeves to your colors? Because I do the exact opposite.
Yeah,
I have a friend who likes to play elves. He shows up in an I'm a mono red player shirt.
Yeah.
With blue sleeves, just throwing everybody off. He's like, you're not getting any of that info off me.
Yeah, I favor more is leaving the deck with the opposite color on, on the main compared to the main color on my deck, or just go for the color I'm more into in that specific time period. Okay. Ooh, so just one land from the mono green side, but they have a couple mana dogs. What are you putting down now?
That's a good question.
Oh,
We've
we can
got-
see some cards from mono blue.
I
There's a
see an
gadget.
island, I see a Lorien.
Okay, there is a gadget. So
Oh, is there? There is a gut shot?
yeah,
That's because I have the wrong... I have the wrong Blue Terror list, I believe. Yep.
Mm.
We're looking at who? David Czech?
maybe it's not the right surname because I know
Yeah,
the
there it is.
player is from Prague, so maybe check his nationality.
No, that should be quite funny. What are we looking at here? We are looking at an island.
Okay, so if you people thought that this was banned in Pauper, so no zero mana counter spell were legal, Gutshot here is indeed a zero mana counter for creatures. I do wonder if we're seeing a Gutshot on that Fiend or Elves. Usually, you know what they say, bolt the bird, so Gutshot is kind of a small lightning bolt.
Basically, for sure. We got the Brainstorm coming in here. Oh, with a Lorien as well.
Demon Furrier. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a probably clever play compared to one Gutshot because after Mulligan, maybe Elves don't really want to put the creature as a second card on the top of the deck.
Nope. Just
After all,
another elf.
yeah, after all, it's just a mana dork, a 1 mana dork, not Priest of Titania, it's not a Timberwatch or a Junior Sand. So yeah, Gutshot.
Oh, there it is. There's that gotcha coming in, killing that.
And Cryptic Serpent.
Yeah, David Czech is really from the Czech Republic. That is a very good name. All the info you need about him right away. I mean, hey, yeah, I'm David. I'm Czech.
Wow, that's a good divination. Okay, so what are those? Double General Sand, right?
I believe so.
And
Ooh.
the Paladin from the sideboard.
You know, the Paladin, I do like that Paladin card a lot. It was actually quite a surprise for me. I remember throwing those away in the bulk bin at some point and they became relevant. I was like, ooh, should have kept them.
Yeah, that's a versatile card. I mean, you can use it against red decks to
Yep.
get back some life, but I think the cool part is the plot ability. So you pay just 4 mana and you play around counter spells because you wait 1 turn to cast the card, forcing your opponent to cast counterspell on the 5/4 trample creature and then resolving a better card probably.
Absolutely. We've got that Cryptic Serpent coming in here with some land cycling just to find another forest. And this is going pretty decently from David's side, I would say. I mean, he's not letting the game go that long here.
Yeah, they have pressure on the battlefield. Elves don't have anything relevant to the hand. They don't have mana ramp because, yeah, Demon Fury and Gutshot got rid of both Llanowar Elves. And now, as a grand deck, you are facing a mono blue opponent with 4 blue and tapped mana, which is quite scary.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Tapping out here though to okay, all right.
They cast a Timberwatch, but there's no counter spell.
Hmm.
Maybe they have Sleep of the Dead or another copy of Demon Inferior.
Perhaps,
Yeah.
yep, there you go. Sleep of the Dead.
6 damage. And they have another next turn they have another they have another Sleep of the Dead from the graveyard, so they can tap another blocker and potentially killing the opponent. Ooh, okay. Yeah, you need double charm block.
Wow. Yeah, this might be a quick one here. Gotta start assembling your blockers right now, or you're just done.
If you have the 5th land drop, even yeah, you can cast your Paladin or your Sagu Wildling.
Perhaps, but I'm not saying it. I mean, if I had that land drop coming in, I would be slamming that on the table right now in excitement. But I'm not seeing.
But it's probably not having the right play because yeah, you go up to 11, you have a blocker, but you, yeah, Mono Blue have a copy of Sleep of the Dead in their graveyard. So okay, you say, yeah, okay, you resolve your big blocker. All right, that's fine to me. I'll tap your creature, swing for 11. Good game.
Now, what are we doing? What's the play here?
Seems like the Elves player is in a quite in a pinch. I mean, maybe they don't have the right play. Maybe, yeah, they're struggling a bit.
Yeah, does look like it. I mean, pondering as much as possible. You have all the time in the world. There's no timer here, and I mean, one misplay and you are going home early. So
But anyway, even if you're able to play around your opponent killing you in your next turn, you still have to fight around double snake, which are bigger than your creatures. From our point of view, as a casting team, this game seems quite over. But yeah, we can expect some more magic maybe from the Elves player.
perhaps tapping out for something here, really pondering that tap. I mean, it's one of those. Ooh, I gotta make it count. And
Oh,
there,
wait.
Aquarian Ranger. Okay,
That's a Queer Ranger. That's probably the best thing
with a Timberwatch
ever.
Elves. Wow. Okay, might not be. Oh, might not be so over yet. Might not be so over yet.
Why?
Spent a lot of time pondering it, but it might pay off.
Wait, why did it not untap the Timberwatch?
Sleep of the Dead, I believe, comes with a stun counter.
Nope, because Slip of the Dead doesn't put stun counters on the creature. It just prevent from untapping.
During their next untap step, correct?
Yeah.
Was that not their next untap step?
It's just the next untap step. Because Slip of the Dead was printed before the introduction of stun counter in Magic.
Sleep of the Dead came in the last turn, so no, it would not untap here. It would untap next turn, I believe, because this was that controller's next untap step.
Yeah,
I
it's prevents from untapping during the untap step, so you can untap it with the Queer Ranger during your main phase.
Wait, yeah, I see what you mean now.
Yeah, that's
yeah, that's gonna be a pretty big mistake because
that's
now
a huge miss from
Elves. Especially because now the Korean Ranger is gonna get gut shot, and now we are back where we went from so back to so over very, very quickly here.
Yeah, you just escape the Slip of the Dead, tap the Finder and Elves, force your opponent to block with the Timberwatch, and then, yeah, they are tapping with another Timberwatch.
There you go.
Oh, alright. Nice Timberwatch, my friend.
Yeah, big swing. You gotta go ahead and take what, 4-5 here.
Yeah.
Oh, and now I mean, what can you even say here? No fifth land drop. The Aquarian Range is not gonna be able to make any mana.
But anyway, you can't really cast any more Slip of the Dead from your graveyard unless you draw another 1 mana spell.
Yep.
You requires at least 1 Learn Reveal It or Ponder or whatever it is.
But even so, I mean, I think it's fine either way. Look at this. Look at this. You're staring down at 3 life if you're Roletto. I mean,
okay, so let's think about the next turn. You are untapping with Elves. You have 5 mana. You have an untapped Timberwatch and an untapped Findorn. So you can cast the Paladin, go up to 6, and then Charm Block.
here's that fifth land drop.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
yeah.
gonna be quite useful here.
They
Paladin.
did not have 5 mana because there is the Slip of the Dead.
Yep.
So they were in need of a Queer Ranger or a fifth land. Yeah, and that's probably the best draw here.
That was the unbelievable clutch that we needed here. And now, ooh, tap 3 right away, but for what?
Now, maybe Elves is able to overcome this game. You can cast Slip of the Dead from your graveyard, right? Oh, but wait, there is a 1 mana spell.
Oh.
What is that? Ponder.
Ponder, okay. So now you can recast the Sleep of the Dead.
Oh, well, probably the best outcome here could be a Dim Inferior, because you can Dim Inferior the Paladin attack and force Elves to block with the Timber Watch and put down to 1 your opponent.
Yup. And then that actually puts them in gut shot distance, does it not?
Oh, well. Yeah, you can eventually kill the opponent with the Gutshot.
Oh, gut shot just deals 1. I thought it dealt 2 for some reason. I don't know why. That would actually be an
Yeah.
incredibly good card. Never mind.
Yeah. It's already incredible Gutshot because
It's a
you
great
don't pay
card.
mana to cast a spell.
Yeah, it's a really, really great card.
Yeah, David pondering on that ponder. Okay, they choose to draw. Now they can escape the Slip of the Dead.
Yup. However, it
Wait.
seems like they're just tapping 2. So what's
2 mana. Is that a Demon Fear, maybe?
Could be. Could very well be.
Or no, there's Cryptic Serpent. What is going on here?
that is
There
a
it
Demon Inferior. There it is.
is.
Wow. All right.
Alright, that's so good.
Gotta happen now. I mean,
Now, whatever you can say.
just attack for 2. Sacrifice that. Leave him at 1 life, and from there.
Maybe you are supposed to put that Elk Paladin as the second card, just because the card is good. You take 5 damage from the Tyrant Terror. Next turn you cast Generous and no, Generous End is not good enough. You need to cast the Sag Wildling. Ooh.
There you go.
They choose to not believe anymore in the Elk Paladin. They say, yeah, I don't need it anymore.
No, whatever you find out, it has to be. You cannot wait for a. You cannot wait. You gotta find some incredible miracle play here.
Yeah.
That one card that's gonna do it all. And okay, tapping shows a sign of hope here.
Yeah. Okay, so now if they don't have another Queer Ranger, I think it could be quite, yeah, more than annoying, just a GG. I mean, they need to find a way to block 2 creatures, because they have just 1 life left, and yeah, if they get back 3 lives, it's not enough, at least now. But since they can't cast the General Scent unless they draw a land, they are forced to cast. Ooh, there's another one. Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
But
Nice.
that's
Nice.
not good enough, as we
No,
said.
because you're gonna be on the jumping game here. And oh, to be fair, yeah, you just
They just have the Slip of the Dead in the graveyard.
But they're not gonna play it.
Yeah. So you cast the Slip of the Dead with Escape.
Yeah.
Tap, whatever. Yeah.
Then you're done. You're
Oh,
done.
Let's be clear. The only misplay you can do here is not casting Slip of the Dead or casting Slip of the Dead on your own
There you go.
creature. So
Yep. There
Yeah,
you go. And that
very-
is it. We're seeing Mono Blue Terror move into the finals up against White Weenie for that final 20,000 ticket split.
yeah, probably the best case scenario for White Winnie. Anyway, as we see, Monoblitara is such a good deck that it is able to win even a very unfavorable matchup like Mono Green Elves. Probably Mono Green Elves was the worst matchup for Monoblitara in this top 8, but yeah, you can say it was. I'm not saying it was an easy game. I mean, it was kind of difficult game, but still really manageable. So, and yeah, David Chex was able to win this match, yeah, without any sweat.
Yeah, that's for sure. And I mean, now this is the big leagues here. We are seeing 2 players finding they're both locked in at 10,000 tickets, but now they might be able to take it all the way to 20,000. And you do have to commend our Elves player here. There were only 2 of them going in. One of them got all the way into the semifinals. That level of resilience, it's got to be appreciated. And Elves is a real deck. I'm just surprised White Winnie has gone the distance so far. I mean, we've seen it. There were non-believers, but now after support all over the place, White Weenie could actually prove itself and win right here, win the finals, get those 20,000 tickets, get 10,000 Ultimate Guard sleeves if they so wish.
Yeah, if you were wondering if Leonardo Big Brother and the new standard set Teenage Mutant Ninja Tantra were good, yeah, I think we can prove to you that those two things are very good indeed.
I believe those decks are real. And now we are moving on to the finals, an incredibly interesting game. We've got Mirko coming up on casting, and this is going to be the big one. This is going
Yeah,
to be the
that's
big
for
one.
sure.
If you had to predict who was going to win, who would you say? What's your pick right now?
My pick, well, I'd love to see White Weenie being the winner here, just because I love the fact of White Weenie taking down a big tournament, and especially since it is a deck that usually is not so much showcased in any event or any meta game. It is kind of difficult to find White Weenie winning or making good results or just being good. But in this metagame, in this very specific metagame, White Weenie is good, and it proved to be good. It is surprising. I mean, compared to decks like Elves, which have turn 3 initiative into an infinite Nyxmore Hydra, or decks like Monometer that have double Torrent Terror on turn 3. It's surprising to see a deck playing Traven Inspector, or Raffinis Informant, and Kosuke Fisher as main threats. It's very surprising from my point of view. We're thinking about Pauper as now being a format dominated by big monsters, but it seems like Weenies are still a relevant staple in the format, and that's the surprising part, at least from my point of view.
Absolutely. Well, look, we're now going to see it. We're now going to see those finals after a short break. Well, I guess that was it from us, and we will see you next time.
Yeah.
Pauper.
Yeah, I mean, there is another big Pauper tournament in a couple of weeks. So, yeah, if you were watching this tournament to understand what deck could you play for Paupergeddon, I think you're going to be surprised as well for Paupergeddon in the next few weeks. So, yeah, what can else I can say?
Well, there you have it. See you after a short break, and root for whoever you want to root for. Pauper, keep loving it. Goodbye, everybody.
And welcome back to the last round of Path to Paupergeddon 2026. I am Sapo, and with me all the weekend long, Daniel Kane. And for the final rush of this tournament, this is the final of the top 8 that we saw today. I am Ashley Beat, as you can see from the graphic.
And I'm Alessandro Moretti.
But first of all, I wanna thank Fanfinity and Boose MTG to have organized this wonderful event. So to bring Pauper inside of an NRC event, and I'd really like to thank all the Quarta Parete crew for the huge work they did for us this weekend, and I want to thank you, our follower, and the chat for interacting with us in this Pauper weekend. But stop talking, and they can start the final. The final see Canavese guy, Edoardo Mazzucco, that is one of the 4 guys that the Lega Pauper Canavese brought to this event and brought to the top 8 against David Check, a mono blue terror player that that had an amazing path here in this tournament. What do you think about this matchup?
Well, let's start with the thing that I need to say. It clearly is that you got to check yourself before you wreck yourself, and here he is. David is in. I think this is a great matchup. This is the very first time you and I get to see Mono White in a feature match, which I'm very excited for. And I think that, once again, getting back to what you said yesterday, Pauper provides a format that is very good for one color. And look at what we get on the screen here. 2 monocolored decks going at it.
Yo, here we go.
A turtle card.
The sneaky Leonardo entered the battlefield. Savannah, a nice Pauper card here.
Yes, I love Savannah.
No, I think that the automatic recognize system of the cards had a little problem here. Sneak is a wonderful dynamic that has pretty different things from ninjutsu, because Sneak is a cast.
Yes.
So you can counter it. Yeah. Yes. You can cast from the exile with for example with experimental synthesizer, for example.
Yes.
So it's really nice. But having Leonardo attack at the turn 2 allow him to be very effective in the earlier part of the game.
This is going to snowball so fast as well. You see it happen here, right?
Yeah.
Small white creatures getting countered because David has to counter them to prevent force, but still like a 1/1 for 1.
Yeah, but look at the graveyard of Mono Blue Terror.
I mean,
he built a lot of a spell there. I will not be surprised if a pair of Grave Snake will come into the battlefield at this turn.
I am so happy to be in the final. I didn't think I would make the finals, to be fair, but to be in a final with Mono Blue Terror, because that has been my takeaway from this week.
Okay.
That if you said it yourself, if I was gonna play Pauper next time, it's probably gonna be Mono Blue Terror, because that has been my my favorite to see, and also. No Riding Chrysalis anymore.
No.
It's
finally.
It's over for the Spaghetti Monster.
We had a Riding Chrysalis every round, every turn for the whole weekend. So I'm pleased to see that at least in the final we don't see any of them, any eggplant. There was an interesting tell that Mono Blue just did that they didn't cast any creatures here, so it means that of course they didn't have it, but I think that they choose more control approach to this format, so they kept a hand with no creatures and only counter and drawing spell. A battle screech from the top part of the table. How many you can create? You can create 4 of them, tapping 3 creatures.
Ooh, yeah, there's
and
another
there's a counter spell here.
Obviously,
Yeah.
And there we go in for free, I believe.
Yeah, 3 damage here. keep the mono blue terror alive as low as possible is one
Yes.
of the prerogative here in mono white
Yes.
aggro that need to be faithful to its name,
Yes.
being the aggro in this
Yes,
matchup. Yeah.
very much being the aggressor here. It
And
is
I don't think that mono white can be have any other game plan but the aggro one. So
no, we see an unfortunate Thought Scour into a Tolarian Terror here, sadly. But there is more for David. We've seen David come out of a bind. Hope.
he need to choose to put the second from the top or at the bottom of the library.
Flooded
Flooded
Strand.
Strand, another pauper card that is really good, I think.
Oh, this is my favorite one, the handy dandy
Handy
clone.
dandy clone machine.
The handy dandy clone machine. I love that one the most.
I think that our recognition card program is totally fucked up.
It's second from the top. The handy dandy clone machine goes second from
And
the
the
top. And
cryptic
there's
side,
an
here we
eel.
go.
There's an eel.
I don't think that mono white plays any. Oh no, he plays four copies of Trub and Shove in main deck, but I think that that's not the spot where he can easily cast an effective Trub and Charm.
No, it's not ideal, and I think you can see that by cracking it to get into this creature.
Yeah, remember the Trub and Shove deal damage equal to the double of number of creatures you control. So this is a nice move. Dealing with the tapped out mono blue terror
Yeah.
to successfully resolve the battle screech here is a huge. Remember that mono blue, this version or this list of mono blue terror doesn't have any cards that remove from the battlefield if apart dim inferior.
Yeah.
So put a creatures on the battlefield is a huge problem
Yeah.
for mono blue terror here.
Yeah, the way to win this is just go wild. Go wide.
Oh.
Go wild as well, but like Lorien reveal
Lorien revealed here.
being cast.
Who cares about your creatures? Let's go. 6 damage
Yeah.
for you. I think that mono white is completely okay with taking 6 damage here.
Yes.
22 life are enough.
Oh, here we go.
And the
This-
Dim Inferior paid 1 mana because the Dim Inferior it costs 1 less for each card you draw this turn. So
which once again adds to the game plan of
Yeah.
never paying what you should be paying for what you are casting, which is amazing.
I think it's targeting Leonardo, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. The turtle has to go,
And it goes second from the top. Yeah.
especially now with the birds in the battlefield.
Yeah, for sure.
Because otherwise, Leonardo would have been a 5 already.
Maybe a Guardian's Pledge here can close the game.
That would make it 12, 13. It would make it 13. Guardian Pledge would do it right now.
And this version of Mono Blue doesn't play any 0 mana counter, for example, like foil.
In foil.
A foil.
A foil. Yes.
Foil or regular foil?
Rainbow foil. I mean, you can clearly see that David is also doing the math here. What can you do? And we have to be completely fair here.
Retro Flame foil.
There's so much mono white can do against that singular eel as well. There we go. Does he have it?
Oh, there's a big
another
one here.
one.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage.
Yay! Jokes about foil. That is, I mean, what can you? There's nothing you can do. Put back the Luminarch. Yeah.
That's a pretty bad spot for Mono Blue that need to deal with 6 flying damage next turn. Draw and concede.
Yeah. Just scoop it up.
No?
No? I mean, I love the resilience in David here. Fonskar, he's just gonna check. Oh no, another one gone.
No way.
No, there we go.
Hey, flying creatures are a huge problem here for Mono Blue Terror that doesn't have any way to solve all the tokens and cause Sky Fisher.
No.
Yeah.
The snake can only get so high.
Sturalozuk. So let's look at the sideboard here. Mono Blue Terror had 4 Annul, 4 Blue Elemental Blast, 4 Hydro Blast, and 3 Gut Shots. I think that Annul is pretty useless here.
Yeah.
Of course, the 8 copies of Blue Elemental Blast, more than always. But I think that Gut Shot, I don't know, even if Gut Shot is good here, it doesn't have any good target to be cast. Our all creatures are 1/3, 1/2, 1/2, so that's not a good spot where you can where you want to cast the Gut Shot, if not with a tokens of Battle's creature, but completely useless.
No, the only thing you can do is pay 2 life to shoot one of the birds out of the air, and I do not think that is worth it.
No, I don't think that it's not worthy.
No.
Annul should be considered if you think that your opponent will side in Journey to Nowhere.
Yeah.
But it's too borderline. I think that you have a lot of counters in the main deck that allow you to bring up that menace.
And I also think that the mono white player is in a very comfortable state right now, so I do not think that Journey into Nowhere.
Yo, let's look at the mono white aggro sideboard. 4 Martyr of Sand, 3 Journey to Nowhere, 3 Revoke Existence, 2 Dash to Dash, 2 Holy Light, and 1 Prismatic Strand. Of course, guys, remember that all the lists will be published as soon as the tournament will be concluded. I think that we'll publish them tomorrow. Depends on what Pietro Bragiotto have to do this weekend. One of our official publisher, the Pauper Wave website. I think that 3 Journey to Nowhere and 2 no, I think that maybe 3 Journey to Nowhere are the right choice here.
Yeah.
You need to maintain as a mono white player the role of the aggressor of the matchup, but if you have more manas for your opponent, it will be more difficult for him to interact with you. And I think that Journey to Nowhere is clearly a menace here for mono blue.
Let's take the example when the eel hit the board for the very first time and there was only Leonardo there. Journey to Nowhere would have solved the problem of the eel being there, and would have advanced his board state and his game plan so far ahead. So I think Journey into Nowhere is a very good thing to do. Yeah, and unfortunately, David's sideboard is just not cut out.
There's also 2 Spider-Man Webslinger.
Oh, we're gonna see a Spider-Man card as well. I'm going to prove Ashley wrong so many times this weekend. And for the people at home who do not know, the winner of this match will get the bye for the first round at Paupergeddon in 2 weeks in beautiful Lucca, where we will all do this again.
Is there info how the U-turn prayer finished yesterday? No, unfortunately, no. They didn't reach the top 8. So
no, I think he sold his Oto monitors for a good meal.
I'd like to let you read the last comment in the chat. That is a quote for an Italian TV series. It is in Naples dialect.
Okay, I don't think I know.
I'll read it for you one time.
Okay,
and you
hit
need
me.
to repeat it. Okay.
Yes, hit me.
Mo ci ripetiamo tutto quello che conosco.
Okay.
Good luck.
Mo ci riplegame tutte ce e onost.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Not bad.
I mean, we can also go over the beautiful things you taught me last night, but let's keep it friendly.
I prefer, as you always know, the first time you learn of another language are bad words. So
always.
We had an intensive lesson yesterday. So
let me add, that was one of the best dinners I had because of the amount of swearing that we did. We see, and I'm happy to say that we see the flying bug return to the table again.
Oh, he's yet flipped yet.
Oh, we have to be more silent. Sorry. So we're doing the ASMR finals now.
So, flipped Delver on turn 2. I think this is the best way Mono Blue Terror can.
There it is, the gut shot.
Yep.
There it is, the gut shot. The knife trigger on the stack, responding with a gut shot. Incredible. And this gives David the tempo that he needs.
Yeah, this is a huge play. I think that Mono White did the best start that Mono Blue could hope for. A start with a start for example, one of the previous round, the previous game, where will let the gut shot completely useless.
Yes.
For example, Trap and Charm, being sneaked with Leonardo will completely get the gut shot useless.
But now we're looking at such a different game than we did in game 1.
Yeah, he chose the Delver side this time. Yeah.
And what can you do, right? You're one game behind.
The graveyard is yet on the Cryptic Serpent range.
Yeah, we're close to 1 mana snake. And I'm also very curious to see how the mono white player is going to respond. Especially see the amount of removal that is in that mono white list, which is not a lot. Are you going to spend that? Oh, there we go.
Raffin's Informant was literally the only worthy target of Godshot.
Yeah.
Because they Mono White plays only that and the Lunark Veteran, but it has Disturb, so have to spend a Godshot there. I don't know if it's really worthy.
No, and it comes back as a flyer as well, which you do not want to see.
So yeah, so as I said before, this is the best start that for Mono White that Mono Blue should hope for.
And especially a very cool play from David as well to do it with the trigger still on the stack, because that means that Eduardo still has to discard a card after the drawing of the card at the Connive trigger.
Yeah, if Connive connect, he will put a +1/+1 counter of it. So yeah.
And once again, we are at the flying bot clock.
Flying
bot clock. Don't say that 10 times in a row.
So Mental Note. That means a counterspell and an island. I think that should be a nice moment to cast the Lion Terror.
I think that if any time to snake, this is the time to snake. You know what they say, snake it till you make it. And ooh, another mental note.
Another Mental Note.
Shot.
Looking for something useful. I think
it's snake, ladies and gentlemen. There we
go. He drew out of a random mill with a Mental Note. So skill-led play for David check.
I don't think we have to count the amount of spells in the graveyard. I think that snake's 1 and will stay 1 for the rest of the day.
It was in the Tolarian Terran Rage 6 spells ago.
The snake's a bit late. Okay, game 3.
This is a 2-turn clock.
Yeah, this is looking rough.
Of course, Mono White has blockers, so if they don't cast a creature with flying, there are 4 turns remaining here.
Ooh, he had to crack a clue to draw a card to find something.
A rough finds Informant.
Ooh,
It results.
asking for the gut shot.
Oh, I can see a
It's in there.
Gazin Pledge and a Traben Charm here.
It's yeah. But not just that.
There's room for doing something interesting here.
Not just that. It is the hero we all want.
Yeah, let's
the
see
hero
what
we
it is.
all need,
Okay,
yeah.
a Traben Charm.
Yep.
A Traben Inspector. Mono White Traben can be cool with this deck.
Mono-
a lot of Traben stuff.
Mono white detective.
With the brainstorm here. Do you like that frame from?
It's my favorite frame of all time.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, it's my
Okay,
favorite.
okay.
I was very excited to learn when they did the mystery booster and that we got all sorts of cards in that frame.
Yeah, from
Especially Underworld Breach.
future side.
It's the future
Yeah.
side frame, yeah. Especially Underworld Breach and Fastest Oracle. I know that sounds very CEDH of me, but Fastest Oracle in that frame really works with the art, and it just gives. And this is a very technical thing about art, but the frame gives more breathing room through the art because it's less counted on the four corners because it's a round, so that you
Okay.
you see the original art more. The police squad. Deem.
Okay, Dim Inferior on
Inferior.
Nerf's Informant.
Yeah.
The top 8 is almost is
Ooh.
ended. This is the final. But the top 8 comprehend 2 Mono Blue Terror, 2 Mono White Aggro, Jund, an Elf, an Elves, Ghoul Monster,
And John Spy.
and Jund Spy.
And
Yeah.
John Spy, yes. And there's a pinned comment you could look to as well.
Oh, okay. It was pinned by.
And there it is, a Spider-Man card in the finals.
It's a pretty good card. Allow you to switch a tapped creature, but not during the combat. So
No.
it's not a ninjutsu like ability.
But it's a white mana free
Yep.
though. 1 mana white free. Funny enough, no flying though. Are we gonna see Plea?
Oh, there's a prismatic strand there.
Oh, there we go.
No mono red. Yeah, confirmed.
Sadly. Because you know what kills a Spider-Man web slinger? Fury Temper.
Yeah, prismatic strand is a nice card here, but
And
I think
there
that the
it is.
second serpent is more nice than.
I mean, the first serpent is nice, but the second serpent, the second thing of any is always nicer. Ooh, double four spec spell pierce. I don't think the list.
No,
of
they
David plays...
they don't. David doesn't play any of them. Oh,
No.
that cards. Thraben Inspector. Put a clue on the battlefield, and then put a counter on the Thraben.
Ooh. It comes to show heroes never die. Nothing like a little crime fighting before lunch. Let's see if the crime is getting fought in this game. No, that was Overwatch. I know. Believe me, I know. That would also ruin me. And Secret Lair Overwatch? That would also ruin me.
Thanks everybody for the follow. Really appreciate it. And don't remember that in 2 weeks
We are.
we will have the greatest Pauper tournament ever. The Paupergeddon Spring Edition 2026 in Lucca.
And if you're still trying to figure out, I will say that to you after this attack because I mean David is swinging in for a gazillion damage here, hitting for 12. Yeah, that was gonna happen.
So there's a counter spell there.
There it was. Oh, yeah.
He's trying to
Ooh.
charm the flying bug.
The flying bug is about to get charmed or swatted, whatever you want to choose for that. Yeah, it goes.
Ooh.
Interesting.
So a pretty 6 damage there, and need to choose one card that need to be killed by. Ooh! Oh gosh! the strangest use of gacha that I've ever seen.
Oh, poor Fragrant Charm, straight into the liver.
Yeah, the castle team will be announced soon. Game we play? I don't know. I don't think he'll play the Paupergeddon.
Would be lovely to have him over.
Ponder.
That got shot. I can still not believe it. So we know that all 3 of them are boarded in.
Mattia. No, you will play, right? Trying to put something between that Cryptid Serpent and Eduardo? No way.
There
so
we go.
let's go for game 3.
So what I was gonna say before that beautiful combat happened, if you are still doubting to go to Paupergeddon in 2 weeks, imagine this. Luca. Good food. Spring weather.
Yep.
Pauper.
Yeah.
Modern. Whatever you want to play.
There are a lot of incredible surprises that need to be announced too. So
All will be revealed, but yeah. You need to be there.
we Gianluca Boose did a collaboration with a brewer. So there is a lot of interesting stuff during the tournament.
Ooh, and a table full of food.
Or all the mono red player were playing versus all the mono blue, or they were playing that deck bad, and that is impossible because it's a one card boom.
The Sanremo version of
I don't know.
Pauper.
Let's look at the meta game for 1 second, real quick. Yo, here we go. Mono Red Madness, 6 copies. Mono Red Rally, 6 copies. So 12 copies on 72 players of Mono Red. Mono Red versions. I don't know. They had a really bad conversion here.
Yeah, I think
Not even one in the top 8.
no.
Only one John Wildfire in the top 8. I think that John and Mono Red are the data that are looking for John and Mono Red and in any version
Yeah.
are strange because a lot of players that are not so sure which deck they should play, or they play Pauper for the first time or something like that, open a website where you can see the metagame, choose the first or the one of the first 3 decks you see. And this is more, I think that this is so important to look to when you think about a win rate. Mono Blue Terror is a deck that need more knowledge of the format.
Yes.
It's a tempo deck. It's one of the strangest and difficult strategies in the format. So I think that Mono Blue Terror is a choose if you know the format and know how to play a tempo deck. But if you don't know the format, an aggro or a resilient deck like Jand that are less that give you less punishment
Yes.
when you did a wrong choice. Are a pretty safer choice, but they will have a not truthful win rate.
Yes. And also, I think sideboarding in here plays a lot of a big role. Mono red is very easy to counter. We see that all the red decks are very easy to counter by all, especially the blue decks, and vice versa, especially the white one, as you see in this matchup. White is just harder to counter these days with a good sideboard. So that also, the mono red players might have ran into a lot of blasts after a winning game one and losing to the amount of counterable things that they have. And that is less for the decks that we see here.
Oh, here we go.
There it is.
No time to lose.
The Delver.
Get the Delver out immediately.
The bug is on a holiday.
Yeah.
David is gonna go and find an island.
Yeah, for sure. If you are playing in a pauper league, ask your coordinator to insert the team in the in the LPI website for register the team to the World Cup.
And I mean, how amazing is it that we have a World Cup, right? That is spectacular.
Yeah, have you seen the cup?
No,
You'll see.
I'm very curious.
It's composed by two hands that are handling a lot of Magic the Gathering cards
Oh,
that is
beautiful.
flying through the air. And there are 3 hidden messages inside it.
Oh,
Yeah.
ban Ultram monitor.
Lutani has the shape of a asso di coppe di briscola. Unfortunately not. We are not so brave.
Oh, the
Yeah.
World Cup is in Zagreb
Yeah.
right now? Really?
Yeah.
Croatia took it?
Yeah. The Croatian team won the last
Wow.
winter edition that took place in March 2025. The last Paupergeddon played in Lecco after move all the tournaments in Lucca. Lecco is a city near Como
Yes,
in the
I know
northern
that.
part of Lombardy, Italy. Yeah, it's really Delver. Yeah, AKA the flying bug.
Yes. A ponder to probably set up the transformation here.
It didn't flip, but I think that this ponder should ensure the flip for the next time.
It has to, right?
At least. Yo, that was a win con for the last round.
How about pizza with pineapple or any table with food? The pizza with pineapple is not happening. We deem that inferior.
Raffin's Informant, and I missed the last card in hand of Mono White of Eduardo.
Yeah.
Oh, an Inspector, Novice Inspector, yeah. Right. We put at the bottom of the library.
And it goes. And in for a point of
Cracking a
damage.
clue. Nico. Yo, a battle screech here. I think
Here comes.
I think that this is the right spot to
Yeah.
completely solve a hard cast and flashback
Yeah.
of Battle Screech. Battle Screech is a huge card in this
Yeah.
matchup.
And now it flips, but what does it like? You're not gonna block it. You're gonna let it happen because you have 4 power in the air right now.
Mancate. You choose Poland.
What?
You should be here, Nico. Nikovon. No.
No.
It's Nicola Covoni. No, Monoblue doesn't play Hiko in Truth, but he should play it. But I think that's a wonderful card here. Not against this matchup, but in general, I think I love Echo in Truth. Too many Nico and too many Alessandro too.
Not enough Ashley bits in the world, though. I am curious to see. Oh,
Yeah,
David goes for an
Thraven
island.
here. Sorry, Lorien revealed here.
The mental node revealed 2 Font Scours, which was good for Serpent Count, but obviously not the best thing you want to see.
When you arrive to 7 to 6 spell in the graveyard, who cares about
That is true.
anything?
And there it
here
is.
we go, Cryptic Serpent. But we previously saw a Journey to Nowhere, so
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty good target here. To
Yeah, I think another vacation's about to happen, and I think that
Russian roulette again and remove some. Okay. Okay, but we will not use a revolver. We'll use a semi-auto pistol. I don't think it works for Russian roulette.
Oh,
You start.
I'm sorry, our revolver doesn't work, but here's an AK. And there we go. The eel goes.
Yeah. Sorry, Morgante. You're right. We obviously kidding. But it's all Mattia fault here.
It's true.
All Mattia fault. It's always Mattia's fault. For everything happen is Mattia's fault. Remember this.
We just saw it happen. Like the Delver can go in, but then you get like 5 of like 5 power.
Ban me. Ban yourself. Like Sergeant Hartman. Ban yourself. I think that the mono white Air Force is stronger than the mono blue here.
Oh, there's a terror.
Yeah, but a terror here can be nice, but counting the flying creatures is nice here. They Eduardo should need a removal here to choose the air or the ground path to go for life points.
There we go. Another informant. Or as we would like to say, a second informant hit the board.
Leviathan, I'm on it. No, unfortunately, we need Matthias, so he's safe for the moment.
We're still resolving a connive trigger. Doing the count. When somebody starts counting on the table, you always know you're close to
There's
death.
a Guardian Pledge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no pledging today.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Nice.
We have a bigger bird.
This changes a lot because if you had a way to deal damage without jump attack every turn, it's a fair trade here
Yeah.
to think for mono blue.
Oh,
Here we go. I think also oh, he doesn't play any. Oh, okay.
oh dear, he Leonardo's.
No, okay.
Oh, the counter spell on the Leonardo takes away another
Yeah.
bird. That was nice.
Mm.
That was a very nice interaction you can do with Snake
Mm.
here. Half of the Air Force down. And a pass.
Yeah, Eduardo is struggling here. Pretty nice situation on the board, but not so much card in hands to
No.
do something. But I think that's the same situation for Mono Blue Terror. I think David has 1 or 2 cards.
Oh,
Oh,
is it plea?
Yeah, for sure.
It's plea, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we countering the plea?
No more cards in hand. They're
Ooh.
hellbent. No, I think Eduardo has one card remaining in hand. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no cards in hand for David. Yeah. So this is a top deck moment.
Plea was cast, but only on only one bird went in to kill the. Oh.
You draw pass. So this is the moment for Eduardo to push.
Yeah, this is very much the if not now when moment. You have to do this.
The
now.
chance for the third counter spell are really low here.
Yeah.
So I don't think that Mono Blue plays a lot of way to counter stuff.
No. And even so, that bird is left unchecked right now, which means damage. Oh, there's a Fragrant Charm. Oh dear.
Pay word.
Oh.
That 3, 6, 7, 8.
And here we go.
2 life points. Let's see if the last draw do something. No way! Edoardo Mazzucco from Lega Pauper Canavese. Zaratras, I think you should pay something tomorrow.
Oh.
I have a screenshot with your name saying that, so you have to pay. So
Beautiful.
Edoardo Mazzucco at the top of this tournament won the path to Paupergeddon 2026.
Oh, amazing. Congratulations, Eduardo.
Yeah, I'd like to bring him here to have some chit chat about the tournament. That have his experience of the tournament, of the top 8, and of Leonardo. First
Obviously,
of all,
yeah.
it was the most important thing that the most important news that the last Mutant Ninja set bring into the format. So.
It was a game that Ashley thought would never happen. We saw a finals with a turtle card and a Spider-Man, and that was wonderful. I mean, this entire weekend was wonderful. We saw some high power Magic for cards that are worth pennies.
Yeah. Not all cards.
Not all. No. I mean, Mental Note's a very expensive card, people.
Yeah, and Ultra Monitor too.
Yeah.
We hope that we find a way to get the cards cheaper,
Yes.
but fortunately, Leonardo, that the card we are going to talk in few seconds, is a very cheap card. So let's talk with the champion.
Yes, let's bring him
of
in. Yeah.
Today. Eduardo, come here.
You want me to switch?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. Allora, Edoardo, prima di tutto, congratulazioni per aver portato la canavese sulla vetta del mondo per questo
Grazie,
torneo. Eravate in 4 della Lega Pauper
4
Canavese,
in top,
vero?
in top 8,
So,
risultatone veramente
contenti,
memorabile. Sì,
referente contentissimo.
Sì, sì, sì.
So
È stato un successo.
Doing congratulations to Eduardo to bring Lega Pauper Canavese to the top of the world here, and to all the Lega Pauper Canavese to brought four people at the top 8. But let's talk about Leonardo. What do you think about Leonardo? Parla in italiano, poi traduco io se vuoi.
Card is very strong,
Okay.
and sometimes you need to sneak
Yeah.
on early game.
Yeah.
In
Like
this matchup,
like you did in game 1.
in game
yeah.
one,
Yeah.
the card is very flexible.
Yeah.
And
Doing a lot of stuff, a lot of damage, and it's completely synergic with this kind of deck where you have a lot of creatures.
yes,
You can put a lot of creatures on the battlefield, and we talking that Battle Screech is one of the cards you wanna completely resolve in this matchup,
yes,
because it's a huge block. The Delvers it has a lot of creature count for Leonardo, so allows you to do a bigger creature, and then is completely synergic also with the Guardian Splash, for example, that allows you to beat for a lot of damage.
yes.
How was the experience of the tournament? Did you enjoy this?
Super, super enjoy, super fun, and the community is
It's amazing,
ve-
but
is very
I'd
amazing.
like to show you a message that one of your affiliates, one
Okay.
of Lega Pauper Canavese colleague wrote some moments ago.
Okay.
Some moments before you did the last attack. So
Okay. I have do some mistake.
okay, you know Zaratras. He's Zaratras 17. You need to read this message. So you have something paid for tomorrow. Thanks,
Yes,
Zaratras.
So thank you.
So I have the screenshot, so we have proof to let him maintain the promise.
I hope. I hope.
He's throwing the hands, so he's happy.
Yes.
So thank you very much, Eduardo.
Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
also congratulations again for your performance today here.
Thank you.
What was the best matchup you encountered in the weekend?
The
easiest one.
Mono red rally maybe,
Okay.
but I have
There was a lot of them. A lot of mono red rally here.
yes, I have played against
Two of them.
two of them.
I saw
And,
Martyr of Ashes in the Martyr of Sand in the
Yes.
in the sideboard.
Yes,
I think
yes,
it's a
for
pretty good card, yeah.
4 copies. And
Yeah, congratulations again.
thank you.
So thank you, Eduardo. We will wrapping up all the stuff here. So I'd like to bring back Mr. Daniel Kane in the booth. Here we go. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So here we are. This is the last last thing we're gonna say after this amazing tournament of 2 days of Pauper inside the regional qualifier championship. I think there was this was the first time, and it was amazing, an amazing experience bringing the Pauper also to big events like an RC.
Yes.
We hope to see you before the next Paupergeddon with the Pregeddon. That is a web series that I probably will do with Mirko Ciavatta
Nice.
to
Very nice.
bring some news and some important info to the community for the Paupergeddon. We have we had a lot of things to say on the Paupergeddon. So remember to follow our social network on Instagram and X. We'll publish daily a lot of news on the best tournament of the best format of the gathering. So
Of the best game in the world.
thanks again to you to be here all the weekend and follow us saying bullshit basically.
Oh yeah, that's what we did.
And we're
that's-
good to do it.
We're good doing it as well. Yes.
Thanks to Alessandro and Ashley, our colleagues, to here for the booth. Thanks again, infinite thanks, huge thanks to Fanfinity and Boose MTG for organizing this. Thanks to Quarta Parete Crew to be one of the best manager we could have here. And the greatest thanks goes to Daniel Kane to be here. You were amazing.
Thank you very much.
By the way, if you're interested, we're forming a clan on Arc Riders.
Yes, yes,
info
yes.
as soon
For
as
everybody who
possible.
wants to be in our Arc Raider clan, let me extend the thanks because this was my very first time casting, and it was amazing to do this. I hope chat liked me yapping all the time, but my biggest thanks obviously goes to you because
Yeah,
I
thank you very much.
got this with you, and this was an incredible journey this weekend. Even I would like to extend the crew once again. Thank you for making this so easy on us and making it so much fun. And finally, thank you, players.
Thank you, players, and thanks also to the administrator, the admin, and the moderator of the channel, that will always be here to let this smoother as possible. Thank you very much, guys. You're
Yes.
amazing.
And
What we can see? Stay tuned, stay pauper. We'll
Yes.
see in 2 weeks at the Paupergeddon Spring Edition 2026. Daniel Sapo, see you. Mwah!